You say so, Stuart. If you say so, say so. If you can see us, hear us, talk to us live.
We're here. We're there. We're everywhere. What? Hi, guys.
Is that true? Do we warp 10?
Yeah, we're broadcasting like all over space-time, every conceivable place and time at the same time.
Wow. Speaking of, go watch our video today on the new Canon tech from this episode. It's kind of not viewing that well. I enjoyed doing it and good graphics. So go watch that. Otherwise, we'll stop doing sub videos about
Haven't
stuff
tagged
we
it. That
like.
could probably be an issue too.
Fair enough, because we like doing sub videos, but if you don't watch them, just stop doing them. That aren't ships, because ships always win. Or controversial ones, apparently. We just do stuff we're interested in, because we're tech guys. And I thought it was an interesting video, because, comparisons. Go give it a watch. Let us know what you think. I know the thumbnail. I let these post like. Rrr.
Yeah.
But this is not about Stranger Worlds, even though we're currently during Stranger Worlds. What the hell? Why is it not? Why? What are we talking about again, or not, or whatever?
Well, the biggest Star Trek convention of the world just happened, San Diego Comic-Con. Wait, what? No, that's TLV.
Yeah,
What happened?
San Diego Comic Con. It's Star Trek Diego Comic Con. SDCC. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, a bunch of stuff was dropped, including a teaser trailer for Starfleet Academy, which we've talked about. We've seen some images. We've already done a live on that. But this live's about the trailer.
Teaser.
We're going to break down what we see. Teaser.
Several people point out it's teaser, not trailer, which is fair.
Yeah. We're going to point and look and laugh, maybe. I don't know. Or be odd. Ooh, ah. And break it down in detail and see what's going on with it. So, yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, we've obviously done the bonus video on Saturday with Stuart, sort of too late for English time, which is obviously fair. And I did one at pretty late for English time, but I just got back from Kent. We had two separate ones. This is our joint one, our full one, and I'm sure you had your own thoughts. You talked to the regulars in the chat. I had mine, different regulars in the chat. A lot of interesting things I thought were discovered or found. I didn't watch yours, of course. I wanted to do mine fresh. I doubt you watched mine, etc. So we're both going to sort of again and hearing people's thoughts and reactions. I certainly enjoyed doing it more with you in the conversation, Stuart, because you're a relatively smart chappy who has some, reasonably good things to think and say. So I'm interested to see what you think. And
She just complimented me. Yay.
Yeah, no, I am hot. Yeah, burning up. Well, see all the compliments come through my fever.
Yes, well, yeah, it's always fun discussing it and generate new ideas, and you guys are here for that too. You guys, all your comments help, so super chat in.
And also, there's been a little bit of time now to absorb it. It's definitely been one of the more reactionary things of recent years, after the last reactionary thing of recent years.
Mm-hmm.
I think the holodeck one was the last reactionary thing of the trailer, etc., which is actually going to be this week. So we'll find out the answer if they butcher Canon or just skirt around it with a giant pole. Like, yep, Canon, it's going to skirt you. It just about technically makes sense, but we'll see. We'll see.
We will.
But it should be interesting. So I'm going to start
Speaking
sharing.
Of... Yes.
You read super chats. Oh, go first. Go first.
I'm going to read the 2 super chats real quick before you share. Mark Lawrence, $5. Hey, everyone, hit that like button. I'm hoping we see recreations of past ships, even those from alternate timelines, as they would have that info. Perfect. Yes, I agree. I don't think we will, but I agree with you. And Sean O'Sullivan, €2, because Sean O'Sullivan, does the Kling Hadar have 2 vagines or just 1?
0. It's all via capsules. Amazing.
TMA, but humans have 4, so it's fine. That hurts everybody. Anyway, it's fine. Move on. Go share that
Bye-bye.
And
that note.
You trust me with these people by myself, apparently. So hit that like button, guys. 33 of you here, 16 likes. I want to get those likes up to 50. Can we do it? I think we can. Hit the like button, help us out. You can also super chat in, as Mark Lawrence and Sean O'Sullivan have done. Get your noticed that we might not have. Let us know in the comments section or super chat in. It does support the channel, help us out immensely. Speaking of helping us out, you can also join the channel. There's a join button down there, a join option on YouTube, or you can head over to Patreon/Trekyards and support us over there if you choose to do that as well, or both. Some people have done both. I'm just saying, helps us out. So if you can, please do share the videos around, like the videos, comment, do all the things you need to do on the videos to help the algorithm gods. You know, they're greater than the wormhole prophets. So yeah, do those things. And there's a description in every video. There's links in that description, 2 links to one to T Spring and one to T Public. They both have really great merch and some Trekyards merch as well as other merch. So go check them out and grab yourself something cool, because T Public and stuff have a lot of regular sales, sometimes up to 40% off. So if you want to just click the link down below, check out the store, buy some, like put some stuff in your cart, and you want to wait till a sale, they will email you and tell you there's a sale, and then you can get stuff for 40% off, which is a great deal. So lots of ways to support us and you. Yeah. So this will be fun. This will be a good discussion, new Trek, and we'll see how it goes. So your hair is both no match for Captain Pike's hair, but I am jealous on both your hair. I recently bought a cap. Oh, well, thank you. I actually just had a haircut today, and they did a funky style job. When I left, it looked very reminiscent of Pike's hair, but it's since like died down a little bit, but that's okay. But thank you. And hats are nice. I got a lot. That's the problem with nice hair. I've got a lot of nice hats. I never wear them because I never want to have hat head. So yeah, it's one of those things. But thank you. Yeah, vote in the poll, super chat in, be part of the conversation, do all the things you need to do. We appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for joining us. Oh, look, he's back, and he's looking at me with that judging look.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I'm just very curious about the poll. As we just read out at the end of that. Yeah, you know, it's a Schrodinger's show, right? Because and I saw this on not Twitter, and I mean they didn't like Prodigy either, but you know they say, oh, it looks terrible, blah blah blah, and it's like Prodigy also looked like an interesting curveball that could and probably should have been terrible. That's how, like, just from the pure visuals of, well, that's this, and then yeah, it's like, you know, one of the most canon using, lore concise, carefully written shows that absolutely cared. So you can't judge said book by said cover. Of course, this is a truly Alex Kurtzman product, and in fact, they've said several times in interviews recently, he might be the showrunner. So this is a properly him in charge, which was not Prodigy, was not Lower Decks, was not Picard season 3.
And
so like it's actually back to him being showrunner again, whereas the best shows were actively not him. As we know, Picard season 3 was very not.
Yeah,
he was not in charge. He was not doing stuff with that. So
and
the ones he had less involvement on, we tend to like more. So
yeah, and Alex Kurtzman directed the first 2 episodes.
Really? Oh wow.
That's what they said at the panel, and I was like, he's a director now. So I'm.
Well, he directed that Mummy movie, didn't he? That was the big like, and he had no more after that.
I didn't know he directed anything. So
well, he did, and then didn't get any more directing gigs.
Exactly.
But obviously, if you write your own, you know, I mean, he is able to write his own paychecks, so I'm sure he thought my contract's running out. If I can write myself an extra 10 million via doing a direction as well, then hey, I get to be in a different union. I get to earn 2 paychecks because you know it's you know, producer and director of different things. So
yeah.
But I mean, hey, all make our money, and he might not get hired for big things after this, and he's able to have, you know, hundreds of millions potentially in payroll. You know, he's done very well for himself based on Star Trek.
Matthew Fuller said the Klingon looks not good. Is that bad CGI or bad prosthetic? Neither. It's actually a pretty good looking Klingon, and it's about 5 hours of prosthetics, which they got down to 2.5 by the end of shooting, apparently. Sorry, I watched the San Diego Comic-Con panel, so I got all these little nuggets.
Yeah, so the problem is you're comparing to how they did Klingons from the 90s or from the 80s until the 2004s, where Michael Westmore and their team did them. Sometimes you can lose the art a little bit, and while these Klingons look fine, they are plasticky. whatever
And
prosthetics they're using are not to the same degree of standard as they use in the 80s and 90s and 2000s. I don't know why, but at least they're better and they are at least detailed. But whatever they're using
plus it's
looks less like skin. I don't know why, but that's just what they're using.
yeah. Plus it's like 900 years in the future, so Klingons have probably changed or adapted. Maybe he's not entirely Klingon. I don't know.
Well, he's not. It's half Klingon. There's a lot of halves
And
in
with
the
a name
show.
like Matthew Fuller,
Really?
you're complaining about the look of Klingons. Brian Fuller created the
Uh,
Klingons from Star Trek Discovery. So,
because
are you related?
how many? Genuine question: how many people complained, like
Oh.
at Chang when he came out because he doesn't look like a Klingon, like as you associate in a lot of ways. He's he's a minimalist Klingon possible. But so there are variations of the theme. This guy's clearly a Klingon, no issue. And yes, the makeup's not perfect, but I mean, then look at the Jem'Hadar lady, like that's really good makeup. So I don't know, they just can't for some reason use the same. Maybe those fabrics were more toxic back in the 80s and 90s, or they just filmed in such a sleek way with 4K cameras that they look worse. But it would be nice to have seen slightly more skin-looking Klingons. But they've also other aliens that look great. I don't know, some whatever they happen to want to do makes them more plasticky. But at least they're good-looking Klingons, if not as real-looking Klingons.
Yeah.
But, we were very lucky with Trek in the 80s and 90s.
And Royston S. Bailey puts in $6 something. What are the odds Kurtzman gets post-merger? Or goes post-merger? Hopefully not high. That's all I'll say. I have no idea. I don't know anything about the mergers, really.
Well, I would be shocked if he is, because he was in full creative control for a long time. And while obviously on technicality, they've had loads and loads of TV shows, what matters is the viewership numbers, which they have internally. It's fine to say you made 185 episodes, but if they are diminishing views consistently, blah blah, and if the numbers never quite added up, then while he may have made a lot of content, doesn't mean the content was successful, even though, which is the reverse, ironically, of like Transformers films. They were commercially successful, but then they were terribly bad movies, the later ones, because they were just earning money in China and etc. Like, they weren't good movies. That wasn't the point. They just made money. So it's kind of like the reverse. These can be good shows, not make money. But I would see that while he's done a lot of interesting stuff, the best stuff wasn't him led, and you'd probably see a slight, like, the people who are watching this would see the stats and they see, right, fan audience review scores for non-custom products, fan reviews for his ones heavily involved in, there would be a distinct disparity. These are charts that you would see, and so I don't know why you'd give him another chance and lock yourself in. You'd want something new, and hopefully an actual Trekkie with actual pre-understanding who could then do something fresh that's also legacy. Trek is super easy to make money on. They just haven't done it properly.
Yeah, it's a good point there. Yeah, try something new. Try somebody new. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into this. Start talking about it. The first shot is Golden Gate Bridge, which instantly I was like, "Ooh, cool! It's still around on Earth. Good," because they do say this is the first. They're back on Earth at Starfleet Academy, the first class in 120 years. Unfortunately, the shot still has the street lights on the bridge, and the girders thing is not filled in, because in the future the top part is like solar panels, and then there's like transportation systems going through that center part. The bridge got a bit of an upgrade. This is just literally a picture of San Francisco Bridge.
Well, there's two minds of this. Either they just use a stock model, because obviously it did appear in Discovery, so they're using the same exact assets, but it did get destroyed in DS9, so I can imagine, and I don't know if
that's true.
I don't know if we ever saw it after that, so I can imagine that they would say after 300 years there's a petition to restore it to how it looked for the previous 300 before that,
maybe,
and so it's the vintage look, because it was destroyed, or at least brutally mostly destroyed. So it would have been nice if it looked like TMP, but I mean, like I said, people like vintage.
Plus it's 900 years. So Starfleet hasn't been there for a while. Earth was its own faction for a while. Who knows what went on, but it's interesting. It's interesting, this first shot. So,
and I think it's fair to say this show is designed for non-Trek fans, not Trek fans, more so. So having a very hyper stylized Golden Gate Bridge would not appeal to us because we know it's not how it looked, and it wouldn't appeal to new fans because it'd be like, well, it's not the Golden Gate Bridge. So I think going back to the original, and it might just brutally just be honest, it might just be what it was in Discovery. Just take the assets and say, well, this worked. Moving on. But yeah, my only thought is that it looks very orange because it's all very orange. It's a very oddly graded shot.
Because of the sunset or sunrise that's going on. It's the golden hour.
I know, but it looks mucky and foggy, and to me unappealing. Like those shots in Discovery when you saw this area, bright white sun, beautiful blue, beautiful green, look lovely. You know, this is just. It makes me think smog, Blade Runner, and it felt like we're saying the world's polluted. Like just for me, the way this is done is not a good shot, unless it's meant to feel like we're in a dark time. We're going to improve it.
Well, to be fair, San Francisco gets a lot of fog, just naturally because of its. Yeah. So that's fine for me, honestly. But yeah,
do you know what I mean? Now I've said that, like how I could see that. Like it would have been nicer to me just have a beautiful gleaming like classic shot, and this is a very stylized shot. As are both the shots, and which is again very smoggy, stuff happening places. I was true with Marie for the second shot. I like how this is presumably some of this is real, although maybe not. For me, my brain says if you look at the middle of the shot underneath Parent Original, all the top buildings have this gleam of specularity, which is not reflected on most of the buildings. It's too bright, as if it's been lit from a different source. So if it's a real environment they've taken real photography of and then put CGI buildings on, they're not lit correctly because they're too bright. The lighting doesn't match. That's what I'm seeing. So it feels like an odd shot.
Sean O'Sullivan, €2. Kurtzman's coarse, rough, and irritating. He gets everywhere, right?
Yeah. And Voltrix, hello.
Looks like there's some floating buildings or possibly ships in the distance there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We do see a few interesting shots with the USS Athena later, which is technically kind of a building and a ship.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
I think those flying things are meant to be maybe those defense planetary things from season 3. Maybe.
Yeah.
Exist. But yeah, like I said, very mucky intro, and I was thinking, oh, we're setting a darker kind of gross tone. Interesting, which makes sense if you're going past it, right? And then we get Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Almost. Not inspired by this, as in I obviously it's new environment, but look straight up Picard, Blade Runner, and apparently there's Discovery shuttles in it, which there are. So they've once again they've broken the continuity of the show. Although technically I've used it because there's Discovery shuttle. So same VFX team that let us down previous years are once again letting us down. I'm not surprised.
Where is the shuttle?
Where's the things that are flying around?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a ship that's docked there. It looks almost like a futuristic Vulcan design, sort of to me, but something about it just says Vulcan or maybe Ferengi just by the colors.
Are you not the night? Oh, I was on in the night scene.
Oh, not yet. No.
Oh, that's one of the yes, the pointy ship. Yeah, is it a building or a ship? I can't really tell. Neither, both.
I can't either, but I thought it looked like a ship, so
yeah, and it'd make sense to give it space to land. But the next time shot is the Blade Runner I was referring to.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, and there's Discovery shuttle. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused because I didn't see one in the previous shot. Yeah. I got a sign for Quark. It's not Quarks, but it is Quark apparently.
As in, is that the green text that is not in English?
Yeah. Well, I've seen a zoom in on it. It's Quar. Okay, so it's Quark.
Although it's not
readable. Just stylized.
It's not readable and not a very good reference, but I guess also subtlety is clever. Huh. Okay, cool. There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
And then we get the first look at the official bridge of our new hero ship. You could argue the most important set in the entire show. Your thoughts, oh Stuart, oh buddy, oh pal. What do you guys think of the brand new bridges, brand new hero ship?
All I see is Holly Hunter, and I can't stand her. So, oh wait, there's a bridge there. Yeah, as we've talked about before, it looks very Strange New Worlds / Discovery like first couple seasons, and it's not a new style that would indicate future. It's a callback to their Strange New Worlds type era, which doesn't work for me, but I don't know. It's very shiny and very glossy, and I'm just not a fan, honestly. The shape of the view screen's interesting. I don't mind that so much, but it's just not a lot going on with it from this shot anyway. Because the next shot we do see a door to the on the right hand side there, but yeah, the door also looks very Strange New Worlds. So,
I mean, I'm
hmm,
I'm I'm assuming, quote unquote, that there isn't a bridge in the same way that we're used to. If this is a building first that happens to move, then you wouldn't spend a lot of time on the bridge because it's not, you go to a place, you stop, you do the things in the academy. So I'm assuming by it being such a terrible bridge design, because this is absolutely terrible, like it's awful, that it's showing this. It's one of those like sets that they're just going to take. Like, I mean, look at the lack of detail. They're just going to move the consoles off the stage, and now it's a classroom, right? It's one of those sets where it's a very low effort because it does not, for me at all, feel like a hero bridge in any way, in any way. I'm really let down by it, honestly. It's got to be my
yeah,
worst bridge of the last 15 years.
like the next shot, you got like somebody sitting behind her. You got a shot of the captain's chair, which looks again Strange New Worldsy. Got a ramp going down. There's nothing really going on. Yeah, very
I mean,
disappointed.
does that make? I mean, that sounds a bit hyperbolic, but like the worst bridge design in the last 15, 20 years.
I have to probably see more of it, but yes, from these images, yes, I would imagine so.
More for
Even worse than Discovery. Like Discovery at least had, consoles on the side, and yes, it was the size of a basketball court, but
well, it had a design
yeah,
language, right? This doesn't. This is just open space with curved lighting. I love the fact that they've got the exact same Discovery glowy things on top of the bottom of the view screen, which they did for Discovery,
yeah,
kept for the future, which meant the art department thinks that's what they use. But this is so many hundreds of years later, they would never use that in a second. Oh wait, like it, yeah, illogical. And
uh,
yeah, I love that. I love red in Trek, but it just now with Stranger Worlds, it just feels like the Stranger World. Like I guarantee they bought from the exact same manufacturer.
yeah,
That plastic floor. It's the same shade of red. It's the same whatever. No, this is not a Kobayashi Maru bridge. No, it's not. This is just their bridge. They just happened to. Maybe they literally didn't want to spend money on materials. They said, "What do we have left in the warehouse? We'll use that because it'll save us 80K." If that's the reason, fine. But other shows of the old Trek did a lot better job. Like, think how different the Equinox and Prometheus feel. Not look, feel. Same exact
yeah.
set. And
Same with
I don't think they spent that much money to redo that per se. And this is like, hmm.
yeah, same with Voyager's bridge and Enterprise D bridge. Like they didn't just make the Voyager bridge look the same as the Enterprise D or whatever, right? They made a unique look for each. So, um, Royston puts in $6 and
Oh,
says I can ignore canon violations if the script's good. Well, being in the future, there's not as many canon violations that they can do with 900 years separating.
yeah.
But
Well, and also, I agree with you in a sense. I can ignore canon violations if it was good, but then I ignore the show as canon if the scripts have canon violations. As in,
yeah,
I will not include that in my logic if they do a bad job. They can be great episodes, but if they start now that of course said, and I do not have a problem with the female Jem'Hadar, and I genuinely hate the amount of people who are bitching on that. I
I do too.
genuinely distart that being a huge point. Like we have really
Yeah.
decent critiques, and one of which I know people deride as the door, but like that's art design, that's raw, that's understandable. Race development is a thing that happens in existence. Don't do silly points if you.
Yeah.
Be fair.
Royston also says, why is her posture like this? Yeah, it's not a very confident look. She's very timid to sit in the chair for some reason. And considering we have learned she's half Lanthanite, so she's like a 400-year-old captain,
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
and chancellor of the academy or whatever. I don't
Hmm.
know. It's just not giving off like positive, confident vibes for me.
That's so. I would
But
never. I'm so used to looking at art design. I didn't even think about narrowing down on posture. That's so
it's the way she
interesting.
sits down. It's very timid. It's very like it's
Wow.
not like the confident sit of somebody that's in charge, right?
Okay, so that's. Oh, okay. I'll say two things before we go into that because, one, why is the captain's chair that wide? As in, if it doesn't feel like it's designed for her in mind because she's presumably a smallish lady. So if there's gonna be a
Hmm.
male captain at some point, you want to bridge it. No, that's a very wide. It does not. That bridge is not suited for her, right? The chair, proportion wise.
Well, from what I gleaned from the discussion in the panel was that the students on board, like the ship actively goes to places to
Mm-hmm.
teach them on the spot
Mm-hmm.
in field training, like diplomacy. They go out with the fleet, they do battle stuff. And I think later we see a shot of a red jacket that says captain on the
Mm-hmm.
side, and then it
Mm-hmm.
focuses in on the one guy. So I think they might take turns acting captain. So it's a chair for everybody.
See that make
That's that's the feeling I get.
and that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. One equals two equals three. If it's also a training ship as well, that connects. But then you double down. That was the first point I had. A great answer there. Second is that first class. We obviously had the Tilly's Academy class this last year, whatever.
Yeah.
But this lady who's a captain, so not an admiral, a captain, and that if she was literally, let's say, on the moon helping a hydroponics colony producing wheat, and she was really good at being team leader, and they said you've got something that you want to be the head of Starfleet Academy. She's like, okay, by the way, also makes you captain of the ship. Oh, we're making a ship now. I've never been a captain. Yeah, but you really are 90% like the leader of the exhibition of the colony, basically. So then I can say might be her first time sitting in a captain's chair because that's not been her
Sure.
thing. And so I mean, you're not signing up to be a captain of a starship if you're being the Academy Chancellor, right? Those are very, very different roles. So I can see that being like, it's my first day as captain because it's a brand new thing. It's my first ship, but I'm meant to be there for the other role. So I'm actually fine with that. I think that could be quite interesting, um, personally. But that's a really interesting point with the posture. Yeah.
Well, Amy Seymour says this may not actually be the bridge of the USS Athena. It could be a holodeck replaying a Strange New Worlds historical scenario. No, I don't think so.
I mean, they've got the same consoles that they had to replicate all matter,
Yeah.
and they're not. Why would they explicitly build a set for the Strange Worlds art design, and that's the bridge, and then also they would. I just that's such an unbelievable reach. I'm not giving any benefit of the doubt there. Like the art
Yeah.
design doesn't at all. Like the consoles don't look anything like Stranger Worlds, but everything else does, and the console is what people have to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schmo Buddy, $5. This trailer exemplifies the worst in fan service member berries. It
No.
was worse than I expected. Kurtzman personifies putts in every sense of the meaning. the
I mean, yeah, some things. I know, but I mean, other things that.
simplicity of the name drops on the wall, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The only other
But
thing I
there's
want,
probably a really good reason for that.
yeah, well, it's $5 member berries. It's easy, right? But
Yeah.
not be some other stuff. Hey, again, EMH, Poe Gem Hadar, those are interesting ones. Now, what do you think that she's a unique uniform? Because I mean, there's lots of unique uniforms, but it's
Well,
another new one. It's not the same captain. It's not the same whatever.
yeah, I mean the epaulets on
Mm-hmm.
the shoulder are very reminiscent to Discovery,
Mm-hmm.
the future Michael Burnham that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looks again asymmetrical,
But
which
less so.
bothers me, but that's just
Slightly more subtle there.
yeah, I know. Um, I think it's all right. I just hate that the badge doesn't stand out. Like even we know she's wearing one, but her hair definitely covers it because it's not big. It's not. It's long.
Yep.
It's odd. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, she's not a normal captain. Is a new uniform, is what I'm trying to get with that. That's why I don't think
Mm.
is I say more of an academy administrator role than a captain role. And like you said, if there's literally a thing once they get going that every day they change a new academy graduate who's gonna or like officer who wants to be captain will take the captain's chair for a day for a shift. That's a lovely idea. So she's barely in that chair, so she's got a unique uniform. But then we get
Yeah.
a brief, because a lot of this stuff's a brief walkthrough, right? So you go walk through a set, which we do see this similar thing on the right several times, and I had a little bit of some interviews with them. biggest set, North America, super, but everything's interconnected. So like it's a bit. I think they framed it's a big auditorium with all the different rooms that connect to it. So you just do long walks, and so
Yeah.
I mean you can kind of see from the left that's the big open space. So if that's a medical bay, whatever, there's all this big an open plan almost campus and a ship. It's all kind of together.
Well, that one area on the left is the mess hall with the like cherry blossom. You can see them there. It's fine. I just hate that there's dots fucking floating around. Dots with big deltas on them still. Like you get a shot later where it's like the James T. Kirk Pavilion and there's 2 dots. Just
At least they're not 2245 dots. So at least they're 31st century dots.
sure.
I think
Kurtzman must have a thing for robots.
I think if I put dots into my fan films, you'd like punch me from afar.
You know, if they're area appropriate, like in the Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise, there's like a suit that somebody can wear to go outside the ship with like six arms.
Yep.
Which I think is what inspired these things, that kind of look. But at least I don't know. Fuck. It's never appeared in Star Trek ever. Out of all the battles, all the damage, all the repairs that need to be done to a fucking ship, we never see these things until boom, Discovery. And now they're in Strange New Worlds. They're in this. It's silly.
For me, they can't be dots on Discovery because Discovery was given dots from the future. So these are the future dots.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be. I'm a glutton for punishment, I know, but you can imagine redoing an episode of TNG as a fan film. Like, so we've got Marcus, right? Have Harriman, and we have him do a doc about one of the battles from TNG, but we actually change the canon because we say, "Oh, and the dots fixed it in 3 hours," and we see that on the outside, and then the story changes because they're no longer in threat. And it's like, "Oh wow, this battle's really easy because we just fixed the dots and they walk." Showing how it kind of breaks the logic a bit. But yeah, this giant space, very. I mean, this is right out of Stranger Worlds, right? Like, 100%.
Yes.
Nothing here is anything but Stranger Worlds. I mean, to a T, this is Stranger Worlds.
And a lot of the shapes that they use here, especially on the ceiling with the lighting, is very reminiscent for me of Book's ship, which is fine because it's from the same era, I guess, but it's definitely invoking that same kind of vibe. So.
Oh, Lazarus. Yeah. You only saw seasons 1 and 2 of Discovery. What are they? Well, they are in season 1 and 2 of Discovery. The dots are basically sentient-ish, computer-controlled repair droids that can fix your ship. They do fix your ship. And they're automated repair drones. They were always there. They're in season 2.
And sometimes they hunt down little whatever they are. I forget what they're called now. From Discovery, the big Ripper. What was Ripper? He was
Tardigrade?
Tardigrade, yeah. Sometimes they chase tardigrades around the ship for decades.
Do they?
So Efferman Dodd. You remember that cartoon?
Go to hell. Anyway,
Oh.
Double on you, Stuart. Sorry, I just hate that one so much. It's just terrible.
It looks like a futuristic shopping mall. Let's be honest. It looks like a mall. Yeah.
And in fairness, a place I would love to shop.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The irony being, and I'm sure it's a lovely set to be in, although goddamn hard to light. Because I've just got to kind of just fill it with light. So it's all flat's the wrong word, but just very light everywhere. I don't know. There's a lot of quick shots here, so lots of little things to look at. Then you got a giant regiment of people, all in their greys.
There's an Orion back there too. I didn't even notice that.
There is. A lot of humans, which is obviously fine. A lot of golds, reds. I don't like deltas on the sides of the uniform. I think that looks terrible. I still do.
I never noticed them at first, and you said it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
You didn't believe me.
And I was looking at the images, and now it's like, "Oh my god, yeah."
Like, I'm sure it's gonna look fine from every angle except the side, but it's so obnoxious. It's. I know America's nationalistic. American flags everywhere. I know Canada is a little bit, but we don't put flags anywhere for anything, really, like for people.
And do you use your England flag or you use the Union Jack?
Exactly.
Like, you got a few to choose from.
Or even European Union when that was a thing. So the idea of having this is very, very similar to having the American flag as like just a
Looks like the military with the American flag on their shoulder,
and
right?
that's would be fine if they had patches with the flag up with the delta on, but literally embroidered in. I mean, God,
Well, it's better one big one than like a million small ones. No, I'm just kidding. It's
no,
actually
no,
better
no,
with
wait,
the
no.
smaller ones.
Maybe because you wouldn't see it half the time.
Maybe they're patterned. Maybe they also have deltas inside the delta. We don't know yet.
I mean,
Just kidding.
probably. I would put $5 on that. But yeah,
Right?
lots of people. They don't look super young, but they look. Or there's that. No, because people are meant to look younger the older you get. Because then there's more disparity between you and them. So the fact that these aren't,
Yeah.
they don't look young to me implies they might be hiring 20-year-olds to play 20-year-olds. Shock, you know.
There's one really, 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 really young person in this image.
Oh,
That's
the Indian
Samantha,
looking
the black
lady in
lady
the
there.
middle.
She is actually a hologram. That's
Oh,
yeah, with the black lady with the buns.
she doesn't look that young. Yeah, 20. Well, no,
She's a couple weeks old.
couple of weeks old. Yeah, yeah. What a
That's young.
what a ballsy move to make a hologram. That's a.
Apparently, her and Ricardo have he kind of they have a love-hate relationship with each other because she annoys him. But considering they're both holograms, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Because that's one of those what we could call inspired choice or a colossal misfire, right?
Yes.
That could be like, who would ever think of that? But it could
And
be
why? Why was she
amazing.
created? Why was she created as well? Like, it'll be
Uh,
interesting to learn about that.
I mean, obviously we're gonna get into the ethics of holograms, which is actually interesting as long as they do it well, right?
Yeah.
It's like we wouldn't have normally said the political stuff we wanted in Discovery, but some of the best of season 4 and 5 was political discussions around Vulcan, or there were actually some really, really good political debates. Like, that's good writing, right? So if they have good debates, good interesting things, like I would imagine the efficacy of if you can literally make new people with holograms, but it's not if you can, it's should you, because all those other things. So there might be a thing where you have to like ask approval, like legal approval, to make a new life form and get it all stamped by various people, and then create the person, because once they're created they have rights because they're sentient. So they needed a hologram for the crew because they want someone who could, you know not be susceptible to gas attacks, like genuine reasons. I said to get, like, she's like one of the first hologram sentient created in the last 100 years because it's ethically a bit moral dubious, and the burn was whatever. That could be
So
super
she'll
interesting.
survive. Yeah, so she'll survive Neurocene gas strikes. Sweet.
Yeah. So there is a genuinely very, very interesting story there to be told.
Yeah.
Especially if, I don't know, if you want to go weird about it, you could always have her be based on like a 24th century holo character. Like, you could have it be, like an old program that was in storage that the Doctor knows should be useful. And, you could make it tie in with something, and she wakes up one day in the 2400s and boom, now she's in the, you could, yeah. And then we cut to the military branch apparently, which are bloody militaristic. I mean, my goodness.
I think these are the Earth Defense Force guys that were brought in.
Yes, that's fair.
Classic for real, $2. Doc audio. Things are exocomps peanut hamper. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but Exocomp still never really went anywhere. Except in Prodigy, and it's like, yeah. That's also the end of the universe of timelines. It's like, yeah.
yeah.
Fernando, it is the 31st
Ferdinando.
century. It is the post-Discovery season 5, but not the
I thought it was
epilogue.
32nd century.
32nd, sorry. It's 31, something like that.
Yeah, 32nd century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of young Earth Defense Force. I'm assuming, based on this image, that part of the caveat to letting the Academy be here is that they've got to include Earth Defense Force as a separate division, like the Mako, and so they have their own. And that, I'm guessing, might be a slightly, because they honestly give me kind of not the ick, but like there's a vibe I'm getting with them that's like they might be a political problem, where like they think they have their own unique power because they kind of do, and then go get like that could be interesting. But that's what I get here.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're letting Starfleet come back to Earth. Like, Starfleet hasn't been on Earth for 100 years or more. Well, they say 120 years, but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's probably going to be some clashes there, I'm sure. But this lady here, this one lady in the front, looks very Romulan to me. Uh, got the Romulan ridges, kind of watered down a little bit,
I
but
can't tell
pointy ear,
I can't tell what sex the person in front is. It could be either. I assume like so. I thought the one on the right. I was like, it's obviously a lady. But yeah, I assume it's a lady, but it's a bit more homogenous.
yeah, it's a lady, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I assume Romulan. It'd have to be right.
or at least part Romulan. I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, I'm sure there's not many purebred humans or purebred Klingons or whatever. It's 900 years, lots gone on. So
Why not just that? But I assume post burn, when people couldn't go anywhere, if you're a Romulan stuck on Earth, you're like, I mean, I'm not gonna die alone. I'll find a nice looking human Andorian Tellarite, make a baby, right? Which makes sense. That's an interesting story. A post burn baby boom, after the boom boom,
yeah, yeah.
after the boom bang.
Aha, boom, boom,
There you go.
boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room.
Now, guys, I want to see. Jesus Christ. Little question. So throw in
Just ignore me.
throw in the chat right now. We're having an interesting, I think, discussion here. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. Are you more or less excited about this show based on our reasonably in-depth breakdown here? More or less excited? Because yeah, we'll find some interesting things, I think. More or less excited. Let us know. Go, go, go.
Yeah, let us know. Michael, Skyros, Earthers are playing the role of Slytherin. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is very much like a Harry Potter analog. They even mention that in the goddamn panel that it's very similar. Think, Harry Potter. So I don't know how to take that. It's like Star Trek's version of Harry Potter, and we're gonna see how that plays out. So, but yeah, Slytherin, I like that.
Well, it also, I mean, I don't obviously, we shouldn't make anybody mean to other races. That's ridiculous, right? Especially when they're in history books and you've seen them, whatever. But if you've got Starfleet coming back and, Starfleet and the Federation, they cause the troubles that everyone's in. Earth is one very big but very small part of that, right? So when they secede, it's like, if we let them back, it's like, well, yeah, but this will be trouble and you aren't all from Earth and letting all the aliens in, this is fine, but like, I mean, still respect your planet, respect where you're from, right? Respect as in where you are.
Mhm.
So you've not been defending Earth. We seceded. You didn't help us for 100 years. Like, fair, right?
Yeah,
And we had to hold on for the long haul.
and yeah, exactly. Smart Smear says he feels about the same, but pretty optimistic. Kay says yes, more excited. Um, yeah, the
You're
thing that
welcome.
bothers me, the thing that bothers me is at the end with the font. The font is almost exactly the same as the Starfleet Academy video game, and it's like, really, you're trying to bury something that's good with this stuff? Because going to be a point where you look up Starfleet Academy, and this is all it's going to come up. To find the video game is going to be like very difficult. Whereas the next shot with the Starfleet Academy James T. Kirk Pavilion, you have a brand new font. It's not really brand new. It's more like movie era, but still, use that for the font. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The font thing, the title sequence thing bothers me because they just ripped off Starfleet Academy the game. Like almost verbatim. Small thing, but
Imagine if it had been in the Lost Era and everyone's wearing Monster Maroons.
that would have been fantastic. I would have loved that, and that the font would have perfectly fit there because that's where that game takes place. George Mangrum, member for 52 months at the rank of lieutenant. Thank you
Thank
very much,
you.
Lieutenant. Hi, all. I'm always excited for more Star Trek. I'm hoping that it's really good. Yeah, I am too. Cautiously optimistic is my phrase. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always treat things fairly. Every show has its own merit. We'll sink or swim. Um, we hope it'll be great. It might not be. It might be great. It might not be. And that's okay, right? Not every show has to be amazing, but at least it's 2 seasons, and they knew that going in, so they can do a lot of development. They can do a lot of interesting stuff if they are so inclined, and we'll see, right?
Yeah.
We will see.
And Joe Brown says, I wasn't big on the Academy show when they announced it, but I'm trying to keep an open mind. Yeah, as you should. I mean, go into things, try not to have any preconceived notions and go from there. But it's difficult when you're looking at an art style that's been carried over from Discovery and Strange New Worlds.
The irony is, I would be fine. Actually, the irony is, I don't agree with you in that if it was the art design from the future that we saw in season 5 of the Starfleet headquarters, that very white. That I liked that design. This is not that design. This is actually not the design we expected to have. This is actually the wrong design. Actually, the wrong design. That's the problem
Yes.
I have. I actually like the original design. It was okay.
I do too. I do too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird they haven't done that, and I wonder if they've then gonna rip down those sets because it wouldn't match.
I
Because
hope not. There's still got to be the corkscrew wind chime
I hope
floating
so. Yeah.
Starfleet thing. You would imagine.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Uh,
It was good. It's a good set. It wasn't the best
yeah.
set, but it was a good set.
Yeah.
But yeah, Starfleet Academy, Jamesy. I mean, this would have sold me if there's a bust of Kirk, if they put any money into this, because that sign, fine, it cost them
Yeah.
$500, fine, but like that is the easiest, cheapest, non-existent, and a little bit hypocritical given the lack of respect they've shown Shatner in the last 10 years. Trek. So if it had a hologram of Kirk, you know, the irony is you get Sam.
There still might be.
Sure, but that's
Maybe the
fan
pan
graph.
from this goes to that.
Because if there was
Yeah.
either a mannequin or Sam Witwer standing with a CG face, which they could literally do, and that's a hologram, like that would have elevated
Well-
this series. Cool, but I was kind of surprised there's not a single old reference in this, as in a true one, meaning an old ship, an old uniform. There's no, we're history class, and there stands Marina Sirtis in a Troy. It's like bloody hell, there's her in full uniform.
Well, we got Cisco.
No, we have a
Kinda.
plaque showing Cisco's legacy, but not actually Cisco. I understand what you mean.
It's not a plaque. It's like it's a screen. It's like.
But it wasn't actually Cisco. If it was Cisco, great. But it's not. It's a
Yeah.
make that in the graphics department.
The interesting thing here is beside it to the right, there looks like there's a little alcove. That's where you put the bust. That's where you put the bust
Yeah.
of Kirk right there, a bronze bust or something. Because
Yeah.
it looks like that's what it was, and they're like, no, we're going to take that out.
Because you can imagine, and this again is being fun, if underneath that they had like a mannequin, just mannequin, with all of his uniforms across the era, and they're like,
Ooh, yeah,
and like replicas, and it's just like,
yeah.
and it's just his cage, TOS, TMP, Rathacon, and then his waistcoat for 6. Like, because it would make sense to a museum at some point, right? And these things, it's an easy reference, but that thought, and then you would have some amazing opportunities to say, they go to the interspecies part of the wing and they see one of Garrick's costumes, and it's like Ambassador Garrick, and it's almost that's a more in-universe reference, just naming a plaque. That doesn't involve much effort. What I said does, not a lot, but some.
Merlos says, why Cisco? That's so long ago. Didn't other things happen? Yes, but Cisco never returned, so it's still an ongoing mystery as to what happened to him. We'll get to that frame when we get to that frame. But
yes, fair point. I have things to say, of course.
yes, yeah, absolutely. Classic for real though, $5. Those things are totally Wally exocomps. Peanut Hamper's great grandkids. I dub the almond shovel and strawberry short no copyright infringement. Perfect. Thank you, Classic for real.
As fully informative as always with your information.
No mango was no mango was in that. It's just surprising.
And not a single anime girl mentioned. You're losing your touch. You're losing your. Okay, now you got a super chat and do an anime girl reference. I feel like I need a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
I need the on brand. But then we have hallway.
So next shot.
Which is the hallway. It looks like that Paul Giamatti is attacking at the end. So clearly he gets in, he attacks. Here it is, cool. And there's a lead character. Any thoughts?
I like the uniform. I like the gray with the stripe down it. I think that looks cool. They got pocket or I was going to say I got pockets, but I stopped myself because it looks like there's maybe one pocket. But yeah, I think it's a good look, honestly. I hate the new badges. They're better than Discovery season 4 badges,
3, 4,
5,
5,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck. Yeah, the oval, which looked very Bajoran. This looks, I'm not being awful when I say this, but it looks very like Native American. It looks like it has feathers hanging down, like a dream catcher almost. And I know they're supposed to be like wings, so it's an odd look. And the delta is so small in it that some of them are colored the same as the background, which you wouldn't notice really. Some are red. There's a few different versions of it, but it's an odd look. And I don't know if it's just Starfleet or like Academy personnel that have that one. and everybody else still has the ovals from Discovery. I'm not sure, but I like the look personally. I like the high collar and the zipper, but that's just me. What do you think of this uniform? I know you like uniforms. Is this one you'll be getting?
I mean, if it was given to me, I would have it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay to have it built. I mean, as I said in previous things, it's very Starship Troopers, Ender's Game. It would not read as Starfleet, even with the badge, which is barely. This is not a Star Trek still. This is a still of a sci-fi show, which could also be a show
Yeah,
that's set in
even
like 2006, 2060, right? It's
yeah, and even the delta on the back of his pad looks like the Cobra symbol from GI Joe. Later, we see it on the back of a jacket. It's the delta, but it's got this thing around it, right? So,
which is their bold stance. They've gone for this brand new design, which obviously there's a direction they're going, and it's intentional, and it looks like it's just the ship. So if this is all dedicated to Starfleet Academy and branded things, which I suppose it has to be, bit weird, but they have the need to brand everything. It's an absolute need. Everything has to be branded. It's weird, but it's an absolutely fun uniform. It looks crisp and clean. Wouldn't have read Starfleet on it really at all. And they're like, oh damn! It's almost as if they designed this uniform based on just a naval jacket and thought, oh shit, we forgot to put the colors in. Oh, we'll do a stripe. Where? It doesn't matter, right? Like it's sort of an afterthought. Whereas the other ones, like the giant stripe, that was a statement piece for the original season 3 ones. That was like, okay, I get it. That's a division color. Here it's so subtle. Any other the badge is too high. That's like here. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think are they really doing like Cisco to bridge. I'm hitting my shoulder bone, right? Like one of the jokes I say on film with the female actors I have is that, and they say it themselves, it's like we had a filming with a woman named Kudzai, and them said because I forgot to do a combat for the scene, and them said just hit your tits, fine. Because it's just like you're just literally hitting your breast. That's what you do, and so it's like up here, so it's just awkwardly high. So I guess they're not com badges because that's a stupid place to put a com badge for like the classic version.
well, maybe they don't need to be touched to be activated.
That's what I assume they're going to go with, yeah. Which sort of removes the fun of a com badge, but
Lazarus says wings could be like a laurel wreath. Well, if it is, it's the worst laurel wreath I've ever goddamn seen.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed it was a wreath of some kind. Yeah.
There's a close up of the patterning. It's black with silver. It looked blue in the last shot.
It is though. It is blue, red, and gold. It's just so reflective that you lose it in some shots. Other shots, it is the colors. So yeah, they picked a really like reflective colored material. Very odd. And yeah, the delta is entirely lost in that. That is not a delta. That's a pin with a delta in it. It's not a delta.
But it's okay. It's okay because the zipper pull is a delta as well.
The important zipper pull, yeah, which is not at all less practical. Like I guess maybe the badge, because that is just the ship with that. Maybe that's the fire of its engines pushing up.
Ugh. No, it's not represented well if that's the case.
Because that's the ship shape with delta in the middle, which you can see at the end. There's a delta on the top of the ship, and the wings would make sense to be.
That's a good point. But it's still awful.
It's tiny and it's I assume we're going to see, and in fairness, there is a shot advanced later. I would be shocked if this is the standard badge. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just probably Starfleet cadets or Starfleet Academy personnel.
Yeah. But fresh face guy. Don't know him. Could be great. We'll see. Next shot. Robot man, or is it a guy, as in he's got an implant, or is it he's just got a Bluetooth headset and he's talking while he's doing exercising?
Oh yeah, it's something in his ear. The light's glowing on his shoulder. He's just working out, so he's probably listening to music or something
or on a phone call,
or listening to a lecture or something, or on a call.
Listen to a Joe Rogan podcast because it's they like retro things.
He's listening to Trekyards.
Gosh, if we show up in his ear, I was like, they ask off permission. It's like, oh, guess not. But I mean,
look at his pants too. They look like Monster Maroon pants with the maroon stripe down the side.
Yeah, they do. Very
classic for real. Oh, sorry. Classic for real, $2. Obviously, the badge is a Facile Larson class. Sure. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. But the alcove is very much straight out of Strange Worlds. I mean, it might have literally been a set piece from it.
It is because of the window shape. Like Jesus.
Well, the window shape's not correct, but the actual alcove itself. Like I did do a comparison briefly. The other one.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Quan Filoni says, "Why is he in Pike's quarters?" Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, stylistically, it's the same thing. Like, I don't know why they've not done a different art design. I don't get it. Very strange.
Yes, absolutely.
See, part of this show makes it feel like it's a very cheap show, as if they just didn't have much money, despite saying got the biggest set. Part of it's the art design, part of it just feels like just didn't have much money to invest in the important things like that. Does that make any sense?
Yep. Yep. But visually coming into it as not a Star Trek fan, you're like blown away by the set design and like the lights, and it just looks so expensive on screen. But when you're like, okay, this is 900 years in the future from Strange New Worlds, and they look exactly the same set wise. Yes, you get the it's cheap because they're just reusing.
Like they even made a point of changing the Enterprise J, like that set for Enterprise. As little Far in the Future that was, it was a different art design again. It wasn't a good art design, but it was different.
Yeah.
I mean, 20th century, not that different really, but it's different. They invented new LCARs, they invented new curves. It's different. This is the same again. It's really odd.
Not much else to go on. Looks like a typical student's room. There's shit all over the floor.
Well, my note on this previously for my live was that I'm assuming, without any real evidence, this is Earth flat, and that's why it's a cheap set, because it's only used for this before he gets to the academy. This is his pre-life, and then he gets accepted to the academy.
Maybe.
And then
You say that, but
I do.
The rug that's on the floor of the thing is the shape of the ship, which I assume is just all over the ship.
Look at you, Mr. doing a Trekyards and looking at stuff.
Speaking of, look at all those futuristic water bottles. He's got at least 4 of them that I could go to the store and buy right now. All different colors because they look futuristic and they're metallic and shiny.
From Temu, $1.99.
Yeah.
Pack of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see the shape of the Millennium Falcon in the rug. Yes, we can, but there's no cockpit, so it doesn't really work now, does it? We're going to talk about that shape more later because it's on the back of a jacket and it's very prominent.
And then you get very similar armor to what the Atom used in Legends Tomorrow.
Fucking Iron Man armor, man.
I mean, I know it's an evolution from their Discovery armor, but it looks really cheap, really paintball, and really fan filmy.
Yeah, paintball. I love that.
Like, it looks like you absolutely could buy this from a paintball surplus, spray it with a very shiny black, add an LED panel, and you've got it. And it's like that cheap feeling. I'm like, as I said in the other live, like, I know the Star Trek 3 armor also looks a bit shit, but in a very different way. This looks a bit shit in the cheap and paintball armor way.
The Star Trek 3 armor looks, for the security guards, looks like old football equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like leather. Yeah. It's fine. It's just
it just doesn't look good and it's not interesting.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Hyper future, you shot yourselves in the foot and they're not achieving what they set out to do, right? But speaking of what they set out to do, guys, having a super chat in a little while. Still low on that. We're over an hour in. We're lots of the trailer left. We'd love 5 more 5s, 10 more 5s, guys. This is important to support the channel.
And speaking of, 90 people here. Tomorrow we're doing a live where it's you guys, viewers' choice. You select the ship. We talk about it. So you can pull in any ship you guys want. I don't know. Are we going to do just Star Trek or are we going to do multiverse?
Multiverse sounds good to me.
We'll do multiverse tomorrow. So if you're interested in ships, want us to talk about a particular ship or critique it, join us for that. And you can super chat in to select any ships you guys like.
Yeah, there's always fan
hit the like button too. 90. Yeah, hit the like button as well. 92 of you here and only 57 likes. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any Strange New World content or Starfleet Academy content. Apparently, it's coming early next year. So I would guess March for some reason.
Yeah, but I think the poll, I think we've got enough votes at 115. Perfect. Do you think this will be the best new Trek series? No wins with a small margin of 84% to 16, which means about 90 of you say no. Oh.
What a shock.
I was maybe slightly angling for a 0% there. It's often fun to try them, but you know, gave my all and you guys voted.
Well, it's got to be better than Discovery, right? Anyway, where is it here? Dan Ben says some of this gear just looks like tactical gear from Discovery. Exactly, it looks like reused Discovery assets that have been reconfigured a little bit.
Yeah.
And somebody said the one guy looks exactly like a Power Ranger. He does.
It's just the same thing. Like they didn't do a good design the first time, and now that's the established design, so now they're keeping it going. But it's funny how the spacesuits in Discovery look so much more like early season Discovery look so much more advanced than this.
Yeah.
You know, just their generic. Yeah. All the Red Angel suit designed 900 years earlier looks far more advanced than this. I don't know. It's just painful.
How much want to make a bet? How much want to make a bet? We're going to see a spacesuit, but it's going to be touch the badge and nanotech like Iron Man from the badge. Everything's in the badge. Anyway.
I mean, in fairness, if that's what those fins are, the added functionality, this badge can now do beaming, communication, holo projection, phase shifting, cotton candy machine, back rub, you know, prostate exam.
Be a little drone. Use those wings to like go spy on somebody.
Make YouTube content. You know, very, very big. So that's the update.
I'm filming on one of these badges right now. It's hovering right above my monitors.
Yeah, turn stabilization off, Stuart, because you're only in 9K. If you turn that off in 14K,
no.
Next time, Stuart, next time.
Ozzy though, $2. Don't get smart, Tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scene you're talking about.
Yeah. But then we got a lady who Jim geared, I guess, security, I guess, based on no, Red would be tactical. Yeah, nothing to go on, but I like the alien. I mean, it's really simple, having lines in her face.
Yeah, she's
very effective.
She's a new species. They mention her species name. Alex Kurtzman made sure to tell them your species. It's a new name, and it's new and nobody knows anything about. Thanks, Alex Kurtzman.
Thank you.
Yeah, she seems like a very interesting character. So
I just
can't wait to see more.
Simple look. I commend them for TNG style, just simple prosthetics. It makes everything easier, and she suits it well. Yeah. Then you get the hologram lady, as you can see. Yeah, the things are coloured. They're just really reflective. The colours. So in mute lighting, that looks quite nice. The gold, but as you saw the other guy, the blue just lost itself.
And her delta's gold as well, which is cool.
And she has 2 hairstyles, I believe, in the trailer, so it's not like...
Yes, she's got like a long ponytail later.
Yeah, some people say a Mickey Mouse hair. I was thinking like Princess Leia for a second. But yeah, now I'm wondering though, in theory, Holly Hunter's the main character. And I feel like someone said that somewhere. But I wonder who is like the lead character, perspective character. Because she kind of makes sense based on the vibe she's in the trailer. She's bubbly. And that's quite an appealing thing to more nuances. Plus hologram's interesting, plus new, plus, you know, there could be a lot in that. But I wonder who is actually the main character.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Don't know.
Well, she says her character looks at everything like a child would because she's brand new. So she's got that lightness to her.
Although, of course, wouldn't you program the hologram to not look everything like it was new because that's unuseful? You'd want a professional, or at least it was a choice to make them act like a child.
Maybe that's why the doctor's so annoyed with her half the time, because he's one of the professors apparently.
Yeah.
Teaches Xeno something.
Sure. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Then we've got a still of a different guy. Again, looks like they're using some sports gearness. And Klingon
Yeah,
Man,
not much to glean.
nothing at all. Klingon
Yep.
Man, who has piercings, a full but low beard. I think looks perfectly fine. Although not the dual nose ridge. Looks like a natural nose, so
Yes.
less full on. But yeah, I mean, I like him just fine.
Yeah. And then there's a picture of the two girls visiting the Strange New World sets. Oh no, they're not doing that.
Well, they're in the same city, so it wouldn't take very much.
Yeah. George Mangrum, $5. The other guy's stripes were gray because he has not chosen command, ops, or sciences. Do you know that for sure? Because that would make sense. Black and gray.
I mean, this shot, if I zoom in, you can see. Hold on. You think?
Maybe. Because it does look like silver, but.
You think he's assigned a pre-assigned uniform? I would think that when you go to the academy, you'd need to pick a division going in. It's not like a major. It's like that's how you entirely change. That's an interesting idea, but that's.
I do like the jackets though. Undone. I think they look really good. That's a good look. And I like the stripe, I gotta say. Not a big fan of it on the pants, but it's part of a uniform.
And they're wearing skirts, actually. In a few stills later, they're actually wearing skirts.
Interesting.
Which is first time in a long time for this sort of thing. The only thing I don't like about the stripes is that as soon as they unbutton it and walk, the stripe mismatches with their leg one, like a lot. You see it in the trailer, but it looks like this happy vibe. They're all chilling out. It's all good.
Yeah, Hypno says he's undeclared, and that's been confirmed. So there we go. All right, I read it. Official dossier details him as undisclosed field. Perfect.
I guess that's a plot point, Work out who you are, son. I don't know. Am I science? I like a nebula. Am I security? I like punching people. I'm engineering. I like making things work that are broken by hitting them also. Ooh, 2 out of 3. I should be a security.
Well, yeah, the one guy says he grew up with no real support from anybody for 13 years. So Starfleet's kind of his way to find himself. And the other guy is like so confident in himself. He basically comes in and wants to steamroll everybody in the academy to prove he's the best. So typical teenage dynamics going on.
Well, if they stray too far from that formula, they're not necessarily going to hit the audience they want, which is for a teen drama, as a high school drama.
Yeah. Wonder if we'll get a high school musical. Dun dun dun. That's going to make people worry now that I've said that.
I mean, some say we're all in this together here on Trekyards.
And we get a shot of a shuttle of some kind heading to the planet. Can't really see it, but that's all right.
Then we get the masturbation wall, which people have salivated over. And again, for me, because I think this is just a big TV, the way it's reflecting, and like where it says Admiral Ramsey it's off the top, so I think it's a sliding screen.
I think there might be a glass thing, and the camera's like panning, so it's like distorting it.
Well, I agree.
But yeah, I think it will be a moving wall.
But I mean, you can see there are some ones that are cut off in it. Which, I mean, hey, some crew member just wrote every character name in Trek on this wall. It just moves every scene, and then you get free references. Cool.
Yeah. There's even an Admiral Tawny Newsom.
Yep. They've canonized people. If only they liked us, so they could canonize us in this. That'd be great. But yeah, Mike didn't do it. Not gonna do it here either. What's interesting though, of course, is that this wall doesn't make sense yet, because does it genuinely refer to them before? Well, it can't, because it says Commander Christine Chapel, but she went way higher than Commander in Trek.
Hold on. My theory is that this is a wall of past celebrities or past Starfleet personnel that have lectured at the Academy. And their rank that's listed here is when they gave their lectures.
That's what I mean. Because there's loads of ranks here that don't equate.
Yeah.
But then certain things like...
And Nog got only lieutenant. They should have made him a captain. Yes, exactly.
But then you got people like Demora Sulu, who didn't, by that logic, she didn't talk at the academy until captain, which would be 20, 30 years later. Or there's Kim. Kim would totally go to the academy before he got captain, like a decade later. Whereas,
yeah, but he wouldn't maybe give a lecture until he was admiral.
well, no, he's captain on this. Oh no, he's admiral on this, right? But then Tasha Yar gave a lecture at lieutenant before she died.
Maybe,
like it,
yeah, as security of the
although
flagship.
no, Admiral
Sure.
Spock, he ambassador certainly gave lectures before he was an ambassador, right? So,
But maybe that's the last time he did it. I don't know.
well,
I'm
if
just
it's the
saying.
last time,
Some people only maybe lectured once, and then
but
never
that's what
went
I
back
mean.
to do a lecture.
But then Lieutenant Commander Data, so he never lectured after Picard season 3. Of course he did. So
No, he died in Nemesis.
then he came back in Picard season 3.
No, he didn't. You didn't see that. He died in Nemesis.
And
That's all they know when they made the wall.
well,
They don't fucking watch Star Trek.
but you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily make sense either way. So I'm intrigued to see if they give us anything. I mean, Admiral Beverly Crusher, they saw Picard for that. But it is nice to see. It's confusing, so you don't know what. But at least we now know a few. In this version of the future, which is not the canon, we know that they got.
Well, we got Lieutenant Junior Wesley Crusher, not Time Lord Wesley Crusher. So that was while he was still in the
Lieutenant Tom
academy.
Paris, he certainly went higher.
Yep.
Commander Janice Rand, she got higher. But it's nice to see, Hoshi Sato next to Riker, next to Paris, next to Rand, next to Troy, next to Bashir.
Yeah.
That's nice to see everyone together.
And Ensign Cito Jaxa. She died, so I don't know if an ensign would be lecturing at the academy, but it could. She'd be on a memorial wall. But if it's a memorial wall, then the ranks don't make sense. But it's fine, whatever.
See, but it would be a great time to include our names somewhere after all the stuff we've done for Trek in the last
They
few
don't
years.
care. They don't like us.
No.
Royston S. Bailey says, if this isn't for Star Trek fans, then who is it for? Oh, it's totally for Star Trek fans. This is absolutely the memberberry thing. Hey, they're not going to like any other parts of this show. Let's give something for the diehard fans to salivate over. Although you got a masturbation wall. It's awful.
Right. I don't know if you meant the entire show or just this wall. I mean, if the show's not for Trek fans, that's fine. But you can still have fun things for everybody. And non-Trek fans are still going to know a name. Like, there's been zeitgeist throughout of different, like, Spock and such. But also, there's like... It's like in Discovery Season 2 when they show the Enterprise, and yet what they say in dialogue and what they show on the screen are different. Because one graphic person was a Trek fan that cared to put it in, and one was a person who didn't research and didn't care to put it in properly. So left not knowing what the right it's doing. So it's not for Trek fans, but the guy that did the graphics decided to make this wall of real people versus random people, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope there's an explanation for it. I'm sure there will be. On the wall behind you are the names of all the previous lecturers, legendary characters in Starfleet. Aspired to be like, I don't know. Well, hopefully there'll be something like that.
I mean, you also might be able to go a bit silly with it and say, on this wall behind you, all the lecturers that you'll get lectures from your time here. Each one gave their consent to be holographically recreated in the future, and so you will meet every one of these famous names in your time at the academy.
Yes.
And that just happens to when they gave their
better.
approval for the signing.
Yeah.
Boom, right? Because I would be bloody shocked if we don't see Legacy People Returns holograms. It'd be absurd. Everyone, like, if, Captain Sulu's not in it. Like,
He is.
No, I mean, George Takei's Captain Sulu in
gotcha.
Uniform.
Well, he's going to be in the Con podcast.
Good stuff.
I'm just saying.
Then we have a shot of a building and a shuttle. Moving on.
Yeah.
Then we have... Now, this genuinely didn't like this scene because this
bothers me a lot.
It's super militaristic, and I don't agree with the way they're doing it as a sentiment. It feels too...
Well, look at the guy behind our main character, one of our main character guys. That just looks like a Halloween costume. But yeah, it feels way too militaristic. Now it could be that because they're back on Earth and we got the Earth Defense Force, Maybe this is one of the classes they have to go to where they learn the Earth Defense Force stuff. So it's more military minded. I wouldn't mind that necessarily because they would have a different command structure and they might want to integrate it into Starfleet. So when they have to do their prerequisite Earth Defense Force course, this is that. It's a more militaristic kind of vibe. I would be fine with that, honestly. But yeah, I hope not all of Starfleet is like this at this point because that's awful.
It just makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I just don't like the way they framed it because you can have so many ways of this making sense, but in tack gear, in formation, feels like a military.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one.
Duty, honor, indoctrination,
loyalty, honor, integrity.
Integrity, farm. Yeah, I don't know if it's trying to make us feel uncomfortable, but I would be. What do I find? I'd be more fine if this was just the security officers, and they weren't saying this, but if they were in this lineup, and there was some chant they were doing for the, like Baby Bear, right? Like something characterful, but not the way they framed this. I just didn't like it. And given this this Klingon's doctor, he's in full tack gear in the same. So this is everybody, right? So didn't like it. I'm sure it'll be fine, but didn't like it.
And Hypno Member says, "Okay, I'm going to be driving, but listening. Everyone behave and like the stream. Yes, listen to Hypno Member, everyone. She's hypnotizing you.
I don't think you read the poll, even Stuart. So I
haven't read the poll.
Let us know by saying it out loud.
What do you think of the new ship building, the USS Athena? Love it, like it, okay, or dislike it? Haven't seen enough of it to make a fucking determination. Should have also been A. But that's fine.
Don't know if it would let us swear
Go
that
vote.
Drastically, but fair. But yeah,
Sorry,
then you've got.
I get passionate sometimes, and I swear.
It's fine. Well, you can in lives, you can't in videos. Although bullshit, I just take out the shit part of bullshit. Don't know if you noticed. I'm sure you have, but like people, every time.
Did you beep it? You got to beep it. You can't not just take it out. You got to beep it. You should beep it. Bull beep. That'd be hilarious. Like Lower Decks, watching Lower Decks.
Yeah. Then you got some Picard Season 3 logos. Not really, but this is how they looked in Season 3, which I kind of like. They've used that style because I had to redo this for my fan films. I recognize it. Although the fact they're moving, but that's feature, fine. Cool. Oh, would that be interesting to use the same building as Picard Season 3, which is the Disney building at LA for a scene. I'll fly the cast down, but that'd be kind of cute. I just rebuilt it, so use it twice. And then you got the shot most people are excited for. The Doctor walking in another new uniform with people behind him.
With the cut of... don't know if I've said it before, but I'm not a fan of the asymmetrical cut. Have I said that? Because if not, I'm going to go on the record and say I really hate the asymmetrical design style of a lot of these costumes. At least it's not the collar. This is more forgiving, and I'm more likely to forgive this than the collar of Discovery Season 1 and 2. So
everyone knows the record's now been said. It's on the record.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Okay,
good. Because I don't think I've said it before. I don't know.
And do a super chat right now if he has said that before. I don't think he has, but if he has, let us know. But I think that is new information. So thank you for your new insights, Joe. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. His Delta is also gold. Same as the holographic lady. And she's obviously a student. He's obviously an instructor. Does the gold Delta designate holographic character? It's just interesting. I just noticed the gold, so
that would be fair if that's that. Yeah, I would be fine with that. Well, no, actually, because I people saying, "Oh, there's no holometer." Guys, that was 200 years old.
Oh God,
more than 200 years. That's old. There's holometers in every single room because holometers have been around for hundreds of years. And yeah, actually, if that's the only difference, he has a gold badge, which is holometer. Sure. Yeah.
I like the bee idea though, the hollow bee, like in the middle of his body.
Which would be fair
as well. That's just elegant solution to the problem.
Yeah, and he just turns it on and off at a whim. But yeah, he looks there. I don't care if they're gonna have to answer why he looks so much older. because he can choose to look at old or not.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. I watched a video where somebody's complaining that it looks old. Really? Fuck, whatever.
I mean, all they have to do, like, I'm assuming, because they want, this isn't just for us, right? It's for every audience, and 102 people. That's amazing. Super chat, guys. Want to know your thoughts, comments, and questions? $5 does make a big difference. So yeah, I would assume that when we get to the first episode, second episode, probably the first, when we get into one of the EMH's lectures, and he's like, "For those who don't know me, I am the EMH," and then on the big screen there's a clip of him in Voyager uniform. I was activated this star date, and because new audience members, right? He's only important if you know, as the audience is important. So showing a clip from Voyager and like, and my greatest accolades include the plague of da-da-da, and it's a shot from Voyager remastered, and it's like got Janeway, and it's a shot, and because that'd be the best thing. And then someone's and then he says, and you might have noticed I don't quite look the same. And yes, I might not age like the conventional person, but I like to fit in and feel myself by a few years in the meantime. And then one of the students goes, more like a couple of 100 years. What was that, Ensign? Nothing, Doctor. Okay.
I think I look pretty
Troublemaker.
good. I think I look pretty good for 800 years.
Yeah.
He said that in the one interview. Yoda was 900 years old. But anyway.
Although it wouldn't be 900 because Discovery's 9, so it'd be more like 6. But yeah.
Well, he's 800 apparently.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I hopefully there'll be a shot like that. I assume there would be, because why wouldn't you do a new introduction to the Doctor? I could even, this is me obviously saying it, but I'd love to see him wear his old Voyager uniform as like dress up day, and he puts his own uniform on as fancy dress. Still fits, like it's a hologram. It's like, no, still fits. It's like, it's a holo uniform, but you can make jokes about that, right? Then you get the most important thing that you want to see, Stuart: romance. The silhouette of romance, where they're going to have some kissy kiss time.
Well, this looks like a serious conversation, but this looks like the next one is also a serious conversation.
Different people though.
Yep.
So he love triangle.
And there's the black delta again. Yeah. I think it is black.
Now, who are you rooting for, Stuart? Are you rooting for him in falling in love and getting with the alien lady, or the other lady who don't know yet in the red costume thing with the skirt, I guess?
Who's probably part of the Betazoid delegation.
Based on it, latest
yeah. Oh no, that was from one of the others. Yeah, that's fine. I really wanted to go for the Starfleet chick. Yeah.
I think it'll be gripped by the love storyline. He's got maybe one's his ex-girlfriend, maybe one's a long distance. Maybe we'll try and fix Children of Mars, where it takes less than a minute to get from Earth to Mars, and therefore he's got a long distance girlfriend, long distance on the moon. It's like, oh, I can't see you, babe. Bye. 45 seconds to get to me. Yeah, I know, but the travel, it's like, millions of miles, and it's like, boop, 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 I'm here. Ah!
Here's the thing. If it's done well and it's a good story, I have no problem with romance.
Yes. Yep.
When it's too sappy and too drawn out, I just get fucking annoyed. So.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. It could be great. It could not be great. We can't judge it from this.
But moving on. Another shot from, you'd assume, the ship or a building, perhaps, maybe, but it looks like Earth is maybe under attack. Those look like meteorites. It could just be a meteor storm, and it's just like, oh, look at the pretty storm. But it also could be like, this is bad. And then we get another shot zoomed in on the back of the one guy's jacket, which I do like the jackets. And there it's very much Millennium Falcon-y, but
the Letterman style jackets.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't initially think attack until I saw the stills of this, and then I'm like, this could be some kind of bad thing that the Athena's got to go address. Not that they'd be sending the Athena necessarily, but that's the other thing. When do you dictate or determine that you're going to send all of your Starfleet personnel or Starfleet Academy personnel to a situation or scenario? Because they're the only ship in the quadrant, maybe, but you don't want your future of Starfleet to be decimated at some point. So I don't know. It seems like an odd choice to throw them out into danger often. but
Well, unexpected danger is fine, right? They don't know there's an alien thing in X place, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, my assumption is this is a meteor storm that starts a storyline. For whatever reason, the visuals are quite pleasant, and the way they're all looking feels quite passive, as if, this is the once in a millennia, this storm, but turns out it's actually an excuse for an alien to get in and do something under the
yeah.
cover of this. Because I feel like if it was an attack, it would feel different because everyone's looking very
Well,
passively and chill.
I kind of got the Roland Emmerich vibe from like Independence Day, where people are
Sure.
just like
Yeah. No.
in
No.
awe of these big ships coming through the clouds, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this can't be dangerous at all.
Yeah. No. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I could go either way with that for sure. Um,
Then we get clearly
yeah, maybe
flash.
this.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say maybe this is a once in a 500-year event or
Mhm.
something. Yeah.
And we've got flashback to person on place about looking to the future.
I want to get out there. Yeah.
But mom, I don't want to go to Starfleet Academy. Yes, you do, son. Yes, you do. And I do hope we see burn related things, because that was long enough that, Impel's memory and help retcon that burn, as we said last time. Fix the idea of the explosion to be more logical. Right?
Yeah. We get the mom with the kid. You
That's
can
all
see the
referred
kid's
to.
head. She's like,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. Richard Lau, £5.
Thank you
Could
much.
these meteors be remnants from species 10C, Disco Season 4? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they were fine. Because when they passed the Great Barrier and were all resolved, I mean, I'll be fine to see him back.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
um, sure. I mean, hey,
Flashback of the burn. Ooh.
that's what I mean. I assume we will. I mean, they've got this giant cataclysmic universe-changing event on their doorstep, which they can
Maybe that's all
improve.
the ships falling from orbit after the burn.
Oh, I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense in many ways, but also
No, I know, I know.
that would be
I'm just trying to.
yeah, and all those streaks of warp core explosion, like plasma. And Pelia's talking to the new lady. She's like, "That goes our entire fleet of ships, whatever your name is." Yes, I do want to see Pelia in it. Give her a cameo. It's fine. Then we get Klingon Man looking outside ship at thing. In fairness, nice visual. Right?
Mhm.
Pleasantly done.
Very Strange New Worlds window, though.
I mean, you would think this was strange. Because that, even the costume could be a Stranger Worlds uniform, cadet uniform. You would even blink an eyelid. Wouldn't
Yep.
even think anything of it, right? Then you've got the unique jackets. The captain. Now, the Delta is not of the. That's a proper Delta. That's not with the line with the things. So I'm wondering if this is a Red Squad, because that's a subset of the Academy. It's literally red, but like
I
it's
hope it's not Red Squad.
if it's its own unique thing, then it doesn't need to have the same branding in theory.
I do like the C with the captain, though. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Sure.
You see him, and actually the Delta on his shirt's also just the regular Delta. It's hard to see, but
Hmm. No, I
captain
think
of the Academy, captain of the Academy football team.
it gives off
Yes.
that vibe for sure. Then you
Yeah.
got Lady in Gold doing a thing in the same corridor. And then you've got the
Yep.
thing that I'm shocked that so many people are talking about. But yeah, talk about this thing, because a lot of people, this is like their thing of the trailer, Stuart. What's happening here?
Well, it says, hold on. Confronting the unexplainable, the fate of Benjamin Sisko, emissary of the prophets. Captain Sisko's fate. Did he die in the fire caves of Bajor? Did he live on in the celestial temple? Only Paramount Plus knows. Oh wait, that Paramount Plus thing is just watermark. Okay. Um yeah, this looks like a wall of like we've seen this room in the background, like this wall of panels before in the background, the pictures and stuff. I think it's probably like a news wall, and I don't know if something happened with the wormhole. Maybe it flared up again, and this was like, yeah, Benjamin Sisko. Maybe he's coming back finally. I don't know. Somebody asked earlier too on my first reaction live if this lady was a descendant of Jake Sisko or something, and yeah, clearly not because hologram. But hmm. She's also got a gold thing at the end of her braid in the first image of it, and it's very reminiscent of Princess Leia's hair as Slave Leia.
Which, same with the buns, not quite the same placement, but that's impressive hair.
Yeah.
That is a thick. That could whip and hit some people.
Oh yeah,
Could have some weight.
yeah, that's deadly.
Yeah, and how do you feel? It's obviously one of those. I think more intentional this is than Picard season 2 with the Bajoran cracked thing that I remember Dave Blass saying he was shocked that everyone focused on. It was just a set decoration they brought in, and everyone was like, oh, Part 8th season! Like, oh god, we just did it in because we had it. So this feels more intentional than that, but or is it just a fun reference? Because it is a fun reference. What do you think? Because it's like we don't know Sisko ever, right? That's really an unusual thing to mention.
I think it's just a fun reference. I don't think it's going to be a storyline. I wish it would be, but I mean, the thing beside it, behind her face, is alternate continuums, or maybe advanced continue. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I would assume this might be a history class. Maybe they're learning about the prophet or the emissary. I don't know. What did you think when you saw this image? I mean, it's clearly it's Avery Brooks with not being Avery Brooks, but yeah, I think it's. I was happy to see it. I just hope that it's. I don't know if I hope that it's a storyline. I don't think it will be. I think it's just a quick reference, and they put it in here to kind of, again, spark conversation. But
well, guys, super chat your thoughts on this Benjamin Sisko reference. We've got hundreds of people watching. If 20 of you gave $5, we'd have an absolutely tremendous live. So consider that if you can.
Yes.
Yeah, my thoughts. I was disappointed, and then I remembered it's not the most canon show because if this show is canon, then time travel can't happen in the rest of Star Trek because for this to be a fixed future, any time travel plot in any other Trek show can never do Endgame again because there can never be a universe changing event ever in any other Trek. And if it's
yeah,
I'm pretty sure writers in like 20 years might say, I want to do something in the in-between that will affect this future and therefore it can't happen. So pinch of salt, this is just a version of the future because if we take it as a linear, this is officially the only other future they're ever going to get, we are officially not allowing Sisko to ever return in the in-between time. Done. Right? He never came back ever again. And it's sad. I know Avery would not come back really. Maybe if you gave him 10 million for a minute, he would. Although if he's this ill, like conceptually, if he's that ill, he might not want to come back to look bad. Right? It's like Michael J. Fox. Would he come back as Marty at a certain point with his Parkinson's? Probably not, out of respect to the character. Right? Because it just doesn't leave a good image. Fair enough. So I was shocked that they're making this in the sand moment. He never came back in the 700 years because I think most people would like to assume he did come back at some point, to see his child and his wife. But this confirms he never did ever, at least publicly, but that sort of defeats the purpose if he could do it in publicly. That said, if this is genuinely them saying we're actually going to have Sisko back, and that's our big twist of the year, that we've got Avery back for like an episode, then that would be, we've got every captain back except Bakula, and he's got more time because he's younger. I don't think it's that, but that would be a hell of a plot line, right?
Yeah. Feed Me Seymour says, why is a hologram looking at a screen about a deceased guy she could meet in person in the holodeck? Why do a lot of people not look up shit on their phones when they have a question? You get so used to technology that you don't necessarily think about it. I know a lot of people that like, why this? Why this? How do you do this? It's like you're holding a phone, right? You have Google on that phone, right? Look it up. It's usually younger kids too that have grown up with phones that don't even think to use them for that. So
That's a very interesting comment, because then why would the Doctor in Voyager run computer simulations on his computer terminal when he could just ask it in his own brain? Because he's not the computer.
yeah,
He's a separate
yeah.
thing. So first of all that, but also, why is what you just said? Well, because this was on display at the time. She didn't know it was there. She walked up to it. It happened to be a thing playing, and she had to book a holodeck.
Maybe this encourages her to go to the holodeck and not get a hologram of
Yeah,
young Cisco. That'd be cool.
yeah. Like you have to book the holodeck. There's only so many, and there's lots of people. So, and she might have met him before, right? Like, no, this just happens to be playing, right? It's just the screen. It was just, what someone did comment on my live was that actually is wormhole footage behind them in motion. It's actually the clip of the wormhole.
Mm.
So that's the first reuse of that clip in 20 years, which is great.
Maybe it's flaring up again after all these years.
I mean, I'm slightly shocked though how the uniform doesn't even look like the uniform. Like the way they've silhouetted it, you can sort of tell it's the greys, but like I said, they did a lot of work to make it not like Cisco and not like the grey, while it could have just been a shot of him. You know? It's interesting. And I would be absolutely fine with doing a plot line where they find Cisco or try to. It'd be quite interesting, in fairness. But yeah. Your future! More love drama! Oh, for God's sake, there's a rail with a bloody delta in it. For God's sake.
That's for attaching your bike. It's for locking up your bike. I was going to make a comment that this is a great shot because there's nothing futuristic. Oh shit. It's fine.
It's like the guy.
This is not on the bench.
It's like the guy that invented crack cocaine. He didn't realize that for all the rest of history, it's going to break people. And the first person to put deltas and everything has been infected by that. Madness. This is the Beta Z lady.
Amy Seymour says, "Ooh, maybe the undecided cadet is the ancestor. I mean descendant of Cisco. His son was still alive, wasn't he, before they became emissary? Yeah, and he was having another son as well. So
yeah, no, if he's
yeah,
I'd be fine with that. It's weird, but sure. Descendant of Cisco. I mean, would if Cassidy's baby was conceived post emissary, could he be part emissary, part wormhole being, like a tiny percent? The only
which
issue
is
about
his great grandson. No,
but I
it'd
don't know
be
if you
like,
heard this, Stuart, that wormhole DNA creature skips 19 generations. Is right on cue.
oh yeah, that's fair.
I heard that
That's fair.
somewhere.
Did I say it 19 times? Maybe.
My only like pre-annoyance about this is that they're going to change the wormhole effect if we see it. Like, it won't look the same, and they won't even try and make it look the same. It'll look, because that looks so shit. We've got to modernize it. No, it looked amazing. It still looks amazing. Like, it looks so good. No one's ever been recreate
900
it.
years. Maybe it's changed. Maybe it's advanced. Maybe it's got bigger. Maybe it has a different look now, Sam.
Speaking of different look, there's a hologram dancing in her quarters. Are you excited about this character, Stuart?
Nope, not at all.
Excellent. Stranger World quarters. In is in the stars, and then we get the Beta lady showing man about things in a nice enough looking set. I mean, that's kind of a cool.
Yeah, that's their stellar cartography room, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like 3 shots here. I made sure to get the last one, which is clearest everything.
Yeah.
You got Starbase 8, Starbase 2, something.
Denib. The thing in the previous one.
Deneb.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I like how the kind of like Harry Potter, that the in the Great Hall, the
Yeah.
candles are floating, the wall lights are kind of floating, and everything's above it. Like, if this is just the LED wall with standing, I guess it would have to be for this effect to work. Just yeah, that's a really good LED wall. And if it's all just a big giant stuff in front of it, of course, but that's cool. And then we get literally a nightclub. From one extreme to the other.
With the Letterman jackets.
Yes. Now, do you think this is the on-base designated Starfleet nightclub that they built, or do they actually have to go off ship for it?
They'd be in San Francisco. Maybe they're taking getting away from the school for a minute. Yeah, I don't know.
Getting some
It's a good
trouble.
question.
Yeah.
This is Quarks. Quarks of the future.
Yeah, nightclub. We'll see, right? Everything will go great if it is great.
Yep. And then we get Jet Reno.
Yes, I mean, are you excited? I mean, clearly she's moved to the gym instructor role.
Actually, got a whistle. Yeah, I know. I think she's probably still teaching. She's probably teaching engineering, but yeah, she's probably uses that to get everybody's attention because she's got an abrasive personality. So, of course, she'd have a whistle.
It's definitely she's an old school lady in that she would just do stuff to piss people off. So like I can imagine she whistles and it's like, so what is that? It's a whistle from my mum's whistle design that I borrowed. What, from the 2110s? Yeah, you know. Oh, right, okay.
Feed me Seymour. She has a coach whistle. See, football team. Maybe it's a Parisi Squares team. You don't know.
Yeah, but that is super a gym teacher uniform. Like,
yeah, kind of.
I mean, but also it's so fan filmy. Like they are doing every idea under the sun. That these sorts of uniforms just really just feel so fan film and random sketch, right? I mean, for me anyway. Like it's just so, uniform. You know, what do you think?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I rarely like this uniform. So the one uniform I really like, you're like making fun of. It is kind of fan filmy, but it's more like Starfleet
Yes.
or Star Trek Online.
Yes. It feels like a fan's
So
trying to make a uniform and they ran out of money, and they couldn't do much sketching. The other ones feel like we are having to evolve our 31st century, so it feels consistent. Now I wonder how she's. I think she's classed as a main character. Is Miss Reno like on the main?
yes,
So
I think she's going to be in it more than Tilly, which I really thought going into this series that Tilly would be like one of the mains, but apparently she's not. So
yeah, I mean, good paycheck for Jet Reno, whatever her name is, taking Taro. I mean, you know, hired as a random person in Discovery and now getting potentially a huge payday for this. Big set, looks like a nightclub. I mean, the sets look nice, but Stranger World nightclub, right?
mm-hmm.
And then we get Jem Hadar, who has got a gold badge. Is that a different badge even? Yeah, it's a different badge.
Yeah,
I mean,
with little Klingon emblems all over the middle part.
Yes, we didn't
She's
see in
part
our first
Klingon.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Summonation is great.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing her do things. I mean,
And she is an instructor, so she'll be one of the tough instructors, I'm sure. Part Klingon, part Jem'Hadar. I mean, come on.
All heart. You know?
Yeah.
The fact that we called her out instantly for what she was, Jem'Hadar-esque, means they succeeded. And then we get the ship moving. This is the ship with some things going in. As I said,
but if you go back and watch this clip,
yeah.
It looks like there's something cloaking.
Oh.
And it kind of zips between those.
Oh, exciting.
So I tried to you got a little bit of a haze of it.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. A bit of a nog down there. One thing I'll say about this ship, and I said now live, it's a very low detail 3D model. Like, you can see the hard edges in this arm, and you see the bump mapping of the fake plate detail. It's a very, very low fidelity 3D model. I'm kind of surprised it's the hero ship, because it's like about on par with Star Trek Enterprise from 2004, but like not a hero ship.
To be fair, there seems to be something in orbit that they're zooming the camera through. This isn't actually the ship.
Sure. I assume it is the ship because everything can move. It's got the arms, so I assume it's the ship. But
But there's a dry dock there too, which is
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a red blinky.
Mm.
And then back on the main lady. Okay, Vance is the same com badge. Okay, cool. I was wondering. The
Yeah,
original com badge. Hope he's in it quite a lot
yeah.
because he's one of the standouts. You know.
This is the whole welcome to Starfleet Academy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am the most energetic person they could get for this role.
Should have had Pelia to give the speech and take 5 minutes per dialogue scene. Yes. Might be a great actress, right? Apparently she's a heavy award winner. So it's funny, in my life, we had this whole debate about who she is, because I didn't know her for anything, and I went through her entire IMDb, and the only thing I've seen her in is Incredibles. I've seen
What
nothing.
about Superman v Batman?
Sorry, and you're right, and that. But she's not in it in the sense of she doesn't make any impression. But you're right, apart from those two things, nothing I've seen nothing in her IMDb at any point in her career. And people are like, the pianist.
How did she not make an impression in Superman v Batman? She's like the my grandma's peach tea. She's a piss jar of piss on her. It,
I remember the guy in the
it's fine.
wheelchair, if that helps.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, less of a role, but sure.
I don't remember it all. I mean, I had the face, but not the performance anyway. And I remember people say, "Oh, have you not the pianist or whatever?" And it's like, I don't know if that was big in the UK because like not all films translate over. We got things you guys didn't watch, same vice versa.
I haven't even seen The Pianist, so
you know, all like, but she was in a Nick Cage movie that looked great, so I pigeonholed that to buy on Blu-ray because I like Nick Cage. But yeah, I've seen nothing in IMDb, which I feel is kind of impressive to miss. I asked ChatGPT, how would you compare her in a career to other characters in sci-fi, and it said Sigourney Weaver, and I said, really? Because that's like proper A-list woman sci-fi actress. And then ChatGPT said, no, fair enough, she's actually quite not that famous. It's like, yeah, she ain't no.
I'm just gonna go on the record right now, which I've already done. But I hate Holly Hunter. I can't stand her, so I'm not looking forward to seeing her in this role.
How many things have you seen her in?
Probably 2 or 3.
Right.
I just can't stand her. I hated her in Batman v Superman. Her voice irritates the shit out of me. And there's no gravitas. And I thought, okay, maybe for this role, she's gonna it's more energetic. But welcome to Starfleet. Thanks. We'll see. We'll see. The character might win me over. It might be well written, and
I think she'll
I
be
might
better
actually
than
end up
you.
liking her.
I think she'll be better than you think, but that's just my gut. Because she's the main character, she should be. But yeah, I don't know her for anything, so I have zero.
Apparently she was in Brother Where Art Thou. I've seen that. I don't remember her in that, but it's been a long time since I've seen that though.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just can't stand Holly Hunter. When I heard that casting, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I think.
And we got to watch every episode multiple times.
Multiple times. Yeah, Raising Arizona, I think, was the Nick Cage film that she was in that I hadn't seen. That I bookmarked. I love Nick Cage, and it looked like a fun piece, but
it is a good movie too. But I don't remember it. Well, then it's been ages since I've seen it. So
and
anyway, just block her out of my brain.
There's also hundreds of actors, and by hundreds I mean thousands. Essie Scout Guy. The question is, who would you pick for this role? We don't know what her role is.
Exactly.
I mean,
just 400-year-old Lanthanite, Lanthanite captain.
I mean, Scar Johansson.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Or
Sigourney Weaver. 100%.
Well, she's got Star Wars, so she's in the book of the new Mandalorian show. Yeah, don't know her role, so I couldn't even hazard it. I like the lady who's also got an odd voice from Young Sheldon, who's the grandma who's in Ghostbusters. Amy Potts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she has
great.
She has such a range. Like that, I don't know if that's a parallel. Because in some things she's got dark hair, she looks much younger, when she's grey and Young Sheldon looks too young for grey hair. So I'm sure I'm sure it's a parallel of sort of age and experience. Maybe not award winning, but like I liked her a lot in that.
Yeah. Ceci Guru 2000 puts in €5. She looks like she just got out of bed. No time to do her hair and rushed to the ceremony after a night of binge drinking. Yeah, the hair is very disheveled looking, isn't it?
And it's funny because they go through hours of makeup, so this is entirely intentional. I mean, Mike
She's 400 years old, and maybe she can't sleep.
That's true.
Well, 400 years old sleeping. Who knows?
I mean, maybe after 400 years, you think, I don't care. Get over yourself, right? I can have crap hair or whatever hair. But then more San Francisco as we get the ship going to its new home. And the top view, which actually has the Delta on LEDs or some sort. And I saw it and I thought, oh. And then the reverse shot, and I thought, oh. And then a
Maybe
third
this is
shot,
just the
and I thought,
saucer
oh.
section. Maybe this is just the saucer and neck section that's detached from the main body, which is up in orbit.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it attaches to like something with like two nacelles and like
a
because if you use this as a saucer and a neck of a ship, you could definitely create something sleek behind that. But yeah,
definitely. I mean, like almost like a hyperspace ring, a la Star Wars, into orbit. You had the warp nacelles. I mean, remember detachable warp nacelles. So if you're not going to go to warp in orbit, just leave the nacelles attached, keep them in orbit, right? That actually makes a lot of sense. I hadn't considered that. But yeah, we get the official hero ship, and based on one of these shots, if to be believed that shot in orbit is the same ship, then the red blinky says that the pincers are the. Oh no, yeah, because there's a green blinky. Okay, there's a different green blinky. Okay, so in this view, the red is the impulse. But yeah, so what do you think of the Athena, Stuart, the new hero ship of Starfleet Academy?
I didn't even realize there was a ship in this, and I watched it, and I did my live, and people were talking about the ship, and I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? All I saw was a goddamn building. So that's what I think of the ship. Seeing the slide shot of it, like I said, if it's a separated section and there's something else it attaches to go on missions, I think that's cool. It's interesting that it can basically land and it is Starfleet Academy. That's cool. But I got to see more shots of it. There's nothing really to go on. But what I see, I don't like. Let's put it that way. And it looks like it can reconfigures, like the ring slides down. So
yeah, I think they knew this was going to piss people off because it doesn't contain anything of a Starfleet ship. But the thing is, if it's a building first, then the building is more important than the ship. If it's a ship first, then it's not the Academy building, it's a ship they happen to use the Academy. So it really is more just a flying building. But I like your idea a lot. If I mean, we can see it, right? The blades go down. If they start up and that's a neck, and as it goes up, it cuts secondary hull, and you got the wood. That could be interesting. Not great, but interesting. But yeah, when the blades go down, it feels more like the the one with the weird neck that we like that no one likes. The TNG era design with the cool the big spine goes down, the tuna cells, top saucer, thin neck all the way down, tuna cells. You know what it is?
Chariot class.
Yeah, thank you. It's like it gives you that vibe, right? The misproportion. Certainly not as elegant, but yeah, it's got to connect to something, hasn't it? But yeah, I don't think people are going to rush to get this for Eagle Moss, Moss replica, whatever, as a miniature. And yeah, and I feel like the outer ring is the same as in that close-up with that copper ring. So I think it is the same. In which case, yeah, like I say, a low detail 3D model. I wish they made better models, but they don't tend to on Discovery. This is obviously the same team. It kind of feels the same. They just don't go very far with these models. So yeah, not a lot. Wouldn't this thing surely want to have a spore drive?
I don't even. Sure.
Like, you want this thing to live and whatever. What do you guys think? It's the poll.
Yeah, the final shot's interesting though with Holly Hunter, and you got Vance, who's head of Starfleet. You got somebody that's probably head of the Earth Defense Force, and you got Picardo back there as well, the Doctor. So
plus
I mean, as the oldest person around.
Yeah, beats the Lanthanite. Oh, you think you're old? You're not old. And Jemidar's behind her as well in that shot. And the poll though, 81 votes. What do you think of the new ship building, the Athena? 44% say it's okay. 30% dislike it. 20% liked it. 6% loved it. So a striking majority are nonplussed or less. Sounds about fair.
Mhm. Hold on just 1 second.
Starting a new poll as well. Yes.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, so super chat in, guys. Let us know what you think about this show. If you're excited for it, if you're just kind of blasé about it, if you're grossed out by it, like let us know. Super chat in would be great. Classic Real throws in $2. We haven't seen a single rainforest ship yet. I know, you poor man. It might show up though. You never know. There might be a whole adventure on that ship.
And there's a very memorable episode in BSG where they are on the ship with the gardens.
Yeah.
And that feels like the same parallel, so I can see there being the same thing. I doubt we won't see it, honestly. It's such a visual thing to have, especially as if you want to go full bunts. You know, imagine warping in with the Athena, and it's a rainforest ship, but the force field hologram shield disappeared, and all the trees are out and frozen and dead. It's like, so that's what happens when the loses integrity, and like it's just a giant forest floating in death of. Right? It could be a very dramatic thing. And there's like turtles flying frozen, like hundreds of animals. Like, oh, don't ever lose shields, etc.
The Scottish Nightmare can't be worse than Section 31. You are right. No matter how bad this show will be, it'll be better than Section 31.
Yes.
That is very true.
Well said.
But it's in the running to be like the worst as of right now, in my opinion. Because Discovery, will it beat Discovery for being the worst? I don't know. Will it? I don't know.
Is there a difference in your mind for worst and least best?
No, because it's the same thing.
Because I feel like worst is a negative, least best is it's a positive wrapped in a negative, or a negative wrapped in a positive. There's a tone difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. New poll
Captain
though.
Over says, honestly, I'm going to watch Academy only to come in here and talk about it. Well, good. I'm glad you're going to be here.
Which was in fact the poll, Stuart. Read out if you could. As we get near the end, we'd love another five super chats. Would be absolutely tremendous. We've got a little bit to get our low goal. So put in your thoughts on this review on this live. I'll get a few more to hit our minimum goal. Would be super nice.
It would be awesome, yes. All right, so the new poll, go vote on it, guys. 69 of you here, 75 likes, hit the like button. But the new poll is, are you going to join us for reviews for the show when it airs? Yes, watch all the content. Yes, watch the live review. Watch edited review, nothing else. Or watch something or nothing, meh.
Yeah, well even though you're here watching this, there's allowed to be some meh, okay? Fair enough. Fair enough. I definitely am going with like 3 out of 10 expectations. You know, they've been set at 3, so it'd be hard to be disappointed, right?
Yes.
And if there's some great Doctor
Yeah,
stuff,
I'm trying to go in with no real preconceived anything, but it's really difficult when we talk about it so much. So
hopefully every episode will have a cameo from a hologram legacy to get excited and just have fun with that. You know, this episode Neelix pisses off the crew and does cooking class, like something you know, all the things.
well, I remember our conversations about Lower Decks before it came out. The same thing. It's like we don't know what to expect from this. Prodigy, don't know what to expect from this. It's a kids show, but it was like the best of the new Trek. Like, who knows? This has potential to. It's like Schrodinger's. What did you call it? Schrodinger's show earlier has potential to be the best and or the worst. We just don't know until we watch it. So. Sussy Guru 2000 throws in €5. Thank you so much. There's an art to making an asymmetrical uniform look intentional and cohesive, and they went in the other direction for the Doctor's uniform. Yeah, as somebody pointed out on one of the things I watched about it, looks like some drunk 40-year-old that buttoned his shirt wrong, and 2 buttons are not aligned, so the bottom of the shirt's all wonky. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe it gets. Vance's is good. Vance's is straight across. I'm just saying.
He's a smart lad. But then you thought it was done. I did expect post-credit sting because the trailer was very.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get.
And we get meta.
Well, yeah, he's attacked the academy. There is some mild debris on the floor. So this is him. He attacked the Starfleet Academy with, I said in my live, he's got a beetle behind him and a Romulan.
Yeah.
It's a blue beetle. Oh, and I don't know if you saw, but there's still before they got the alligator aliens from TNG on his left shoulder. That's the famous race from TNG who were like in cryo. Or like one of those.
Oh, okay.
Like it's the alligator TNG race. That's great. What a exceptionally annoying makeup to make. A beetle and an alligator walking with a half Klingon.
The beetle looks kind of cool.
It's crazy. So
yeah, and he's whistling the Star Trek theme.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of this post credit scene? That is a post credit scene technically. Post titles, but
gives you a little bit of Star Trek vibe because it got the classic Star Trek thing going on. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be a very interesting character. I like Paul Giamatti. He does good stuff. Can't really see him as a villain type, really. I think the few times I have seen him as a villain, it's more of a comedic kind of appearance.
Yep.
So,
yep, 100%.
I don't know. I'm excited for it for his performance at least.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much he's going to be in it. Like, what? I don't know.
Yeah. As with the whole trailer, it's a mid. You know, the whole thing's a mid. It's like, yeah. Yep, he is there. Someone did tell one of the chats that the TOS theme has been played in a previous bit of content, so this is not the first. So it's already canon somewhere. It's like a background theme that you can clearly hear in something, so it is somewhere. Okay, fine, fair.
I like the original BSG theme being played in the museum. Yeah.
Bit weird.
Sussy Guru 2005 euros. I think the quality of the new Trek shows has been irreversibly proportional to Kurtzman and Goldsman involvement in the show. So, yeah. And Kurtzman's got his hands all over this one.
And guys, we're just $10 away from our minimum goal, so we're right there, guys.
Yes.
Won't take much to get us there if you can. If you enjoy this content, then 2 5s and we are there. Yeah, it looked fine. I still don't see Klingon in him. I we've sort of fought against that in a pre-thing. Tellarite and Klingon mix. I'm like, okay.
Got some of the ridges of a Klingon and some of the ear. Oh, Tellarite, sure.
Well, the beard, yeah. Tellarite, I guess. I mean, fine. You can be a Chang style Klingon and the Tellarite from Lower Decks, who's the Australian who had like a weird look. Fine, but I would not have called him either of those things, let alone both combined. But hey, that's a argumentative badass in theory. So okay,
that's true. Sussy Guru 2002 euros. Paul Giamatti was great in Thunderpants.
Was he in Thunderpants?
Don't know if I've seen Thunderpants.
Oh, really? That's going back a bit. It's one of the very few Robert Grint non-Harry Potter films. Is he really? I mean, what isn't Paul Giamatti? And if you like, his reputation is, I've never seen him as a hero though. Oh yes, yeah. Like
I've seen him as like I said, a comedy villain where he gets dyed blue because he jumps in his pool and somebody put like the blue dye in his pool.
Yeah.
All his skin's blue. I don't know. It's like a kid's show, like Spy Kids kind of vibe, but
yeah, like he's not the leading man, but he's always working in something, doing something, being something, right? He's that sort of guy. I mean, look at his repertoire compared to, no offense to the lady, but I do not say anything she's in. Stuff that I've seen him in, at least the things I've seen. Let's have San Andreas. Didn't see that, but I know about it. Amazing Spider-Man 2, of course. Downton Abbey, 12 Years a Slave. Rock of Ages. Hangover Part 2. shoot up. Like, I wouldn't say he's in great films
Well,
normally, but he's in lots of things. Dr. Dolittle,
but he's always awesome in interviews and stuff.
Truman
Like
Show.
he's a interesting guy. So, Big Fat Liar. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that's the one. Classic for real, $2. Star Trek, Divergent, whatever. Hunger Games ripoff out of 10.
Yeah, I like
And
the first Divergent film. I think it's great. Soundtrack's fantastic.
Red Walrus, TM, NC52 throws in $20 Canadian.
Thank
Thank
you. We passed our goal. Appreciate you.
I was really excited for Discovery and ended up not even watching the series finale.
Oh,
I already hate the captain. I do too. The ship and half the crew. I hate one of the crew so far, but we'll get to that later. Thought Tilly was supposed to be in this. She will be. Just not, she has a prominent role apparently.
I mean, the
And
Doctor's
they
only
picked
in
this over
one
Legacy.
shot, right? Right, properly. So give time.
Yeah, like they picked this over Legacy, right? They didn't pick anything. Kurtzman dictated that they're doing this instead of Legacy. So,
well, remember, Legacy was never a show.
No.
Legacy was a fan idea. There was never anything that was meant to be part of Picard. Had Patrick signed for more, there would have been more, but there was never a Legacy, and he was already in progress of this during that, because this has been in production for a little while, like concept wise. Plus, it's a much cheaper show, because to do Legacy, you'd need Legacy actors who are expensive. This show, these are all young, fresh unknowns that are going to be paid. Like, I'm sure the cast of the entire main young cast is less than Patrick Stewart's salary for one season. So it's a cheaper show, and they can afford to build big sets. And Tig Notaro, as nice as she is, she's not going to charge very much because she's not that sort of actor name, which is fine. As Tilly, right? It's all fine, but like Bob Picard is the biggest name in terms of like brand recognition, and he's also not a very he wouldn't pay top dollar because he's only known for certain things, which is fine, right? Like you can't charge a Marina Sirtis or a Michael Dorn rate because they will have those like fair. So it's a cheaper show, which means they'll make if it works, it'll be more of a hit. Legacy has to be expensive. Jerry knows her worth. She's like, yeah, but I'm Jerry Ryan. Everyone loves me. Whereas Bob is much more humble. No offense to Jerry, but like he's like, I'm gonna go. No.
Yeah. And man, so they didn't choose this over Legacy. They had the idea for Academy show long before. Yeah, since the 80s. It's always been some kind of idea on somebody's drawing board, and Kurtzman came along and said, "This is my idea, Starfleet Academy," and now we have it. So,
in the least
classic for real, $2.
Woo!
Yeah, classic for real, $2. You hate Holly Hunter. Who's next? Marina Sirtis. I would prefer Marina Sirtis head over heels above Holly Hunter.
Hey, Marina's well loved by the entire community of Field conventions because she's fun and interesting.
Sure, she always tells the same 3 stories every time. Sussy Guru 2000, €5. Poor Tom Paris never made it past Lieutenant outright by poor dumb Harry. Oh, he did. Just because he's Lieutenant on the wall. We've talked about this already. I don't want to get into it.
Impossible to judge exactly what it means because it does not make sense if you break it down. But we don't know the context yet, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Yep. Have we got word if Jonathan Frakes has directed any of these episodes? Because he's not directing any of the episodes for Strange New World Season 4 because they couldn't get him because he was always conflicting with other stuff he was doing.
They would have said
this
it
upcoming
if he was, I think,
Yeah. Well, this upcoming episode of Strange New Worlds on Thursday is directed by Jonathan Frakes, so.
I mean, if it's the holodeck one, he knows the holodeck, so that tracks.
Yes. 67 likes. Just if you haven't hit like yet before you leave, please hit like. Let's try to get close to 100 as we can. But yeah. I'm not forgetting the many, many Academy novels. I have a lot of the Academy novels are lost. But that's beta canon, so it doesn't really matter now, does it?
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And there's also a Starfleet Academy comic series as well. So, which I think is TNG era. But
yes. Yeah, so there's the pretty full breakdown. I think we went pretty in depth there. So, as we always do, as much as it makes sense, 79 of you here, and your final super chat, $5 would be great. Guess for a mini goal. How would you review this trailer, teaser trailer, out of 10 in our classic review style?
For fuck's sakes.
Yes, last seconds. What do you guys say? Stuart, what do you think? How do you view this trailer out of 10 if you had to be brutally honest?
It's a teaser trailer, so any of the cool stuff you have to literally pause it to like read, like the Cisco stuff for the wall. That's the stuff I'm most excited for. But it goes by so fast. For enjoyment of this trailer, I don't fucking know. Like, the fuck kind of question. Okay, 6 out of 10 for all of the Star Trek teaser trailers ever. I don't know, fucking 3. I don't know. I don't remember many of the teaser trailers, so I don't know what to tell you. What about you? How do you rank it? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
5.
For both?
There is no both. There's just this. You can't compare teaser. I would never gonna. That was never a metric in my regard because, like, this would be the same.
You didn't speak up, but you let me talk.
Yeah.
You need to say like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Look, if you have a good idea, I'll let you speak.
I don't have a good idea. I've never had a good idea in my life.
I'll let you speak too. Look, you didn't.
Classic for real.
You didn't come after and dot, so at least you've had the worst idea, right? You've at least not done that. So well done you.
Well, no, there's Ackerman Dot is better than the girl who saw the stars or whatever.
I don't remember what happened in that. Did anything happen in that?
It's about a young Michael Burnham and her.
It's about an African tribe.
No, it's young Michael Burnham.
But they look at the stars and there's like an African shot. I don't remember it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ackerman Dot's at least got more going on. Anyway, classic for real, $2. Thursday Pike asks, "Did our chef always have a beard?"
Riker in the holodeck.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, if I didn't think we are going to see Riker, but I mean, we have joked about being a holodeck within a holodeck. I mean, if you're going to do it, do it. I'm sure he's still in just Picard's in 3 uniform. You know, God, imagine back in TNG uniform again. Right, dye his hair, de-age him. He's back. 3rd time's a charm. 3rd TNG.
Dusty Guru 2000. €2.
Fuck it. Pegasus Pod 3. Fuck it.
It wasn't offensively stupid yet. So 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Just
maybe they've learned from the Discovery stuff, maybe, but it is Kurtzman we're talking about here.
Hardcore Kurtzman.
So I mean, they definitely learned for Strange New Worlds. They definitely ramped that up. So, but that's different showrunner, and which I'm still not a huge fan of him, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they've learned.
Yeah. Fundamentally, there was nothing in this trailer that got me excited. Not a single thing, nor any exciting visuals. Had been a great ship or a great person back or a great uniform, but not a single thing got me excited. Nothing was too annoying, but nothing to actually grab me. Anything. So we'll see. Right?
Perfect.
Right, final poll results was Trekyards related. So with 54 votes, are you going to join us for our reviews for the show when it airs? The winner, 48%, yes, watch all the content. Thank you so much. Love that. 20%, yes, watch your live reviews. 19% watch edited reviews, but nothing else. And 13% say, nah, bruv, you suck. Well, maybe not quite that, but no. Simply no. It's pretty good. I'll take it.
Just remember that 69 of you here, and let's see, what's the percentage? 48. So yeah, well, that's usually what we get around for typical reviews, around 28, 30 people. Okay, that's fair. You guys aren't lying, I guess. Captain Over says there was no story to it. It was like, here's a student doing student things. Here's a new. Well, that's why it's a teaser trailer, right? It's not a full trailer.
Yep, that's exactly what they tend to be. So I don't discredit them for that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow for our multiverse ship viewers' choice live discussion. Those are always fun. You get to throw curveballs at us, and we get to, and I'm sure Classic's just salivating at the mouth,
chomping at the bit
with manga girls. Yep.
Yep. Our top 10
So,
ships are going to all be manga.
Join us for that.
Anime
And
girls. Canon. Yep.
Until then, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley. See you then, guys.